customers happy for 20 years. Tiebreaker's family atmosphere is the perfect place to come watch your favorite team play while enjoying a great lunch or dinner. In a hurry or looking for catering options? Get Tiebreakers to go. That now includes the new curbside pickup by ordering online at tiebreakersnc.com. Tiebreakers.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
It's bow time. Round here, if it's worth doing right. Like the new Bo's Chicken Sandwich. We're talking massive, juicy chicken breasts tumbled in bold and golden hand breading and served up with punchy, thick-cut pickles, tangy mayo, and toasted buttered buns. Sure, there's a few shortcuts out there, but the right way just tastes better. Try the new Bo's Chicken Sandwich, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone. University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. The NFL season is here. We've got Cowboys and Bucks coming up tonight on Pirate Radio. You can listen to it on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington, also on 1250 and 930. You can check out this show online at pr927fm.com and watch the program on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Be a part of the show. Drop your question or comment or both on Facebook Live, and we'll read them and let you be a part of today's program. We've got some guests to get to on today's show, including former play-by-play voice of the ECU Baseball Pirates, Corey Gloor. He'll join us to talk about his wild week one in Norman, Oklahoma, as Corey was on the call when Tulane just about pulled the upset over the Oklahoma Sooners. We'll ask him how the homeland is with the hurricane rolling through, and talk some football and more with Corey Gloor coming up in about 25 minutes. At 3:45-ish, we'll check in with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. We'll get his thoughts on tonight's matchup between the Bucs and the Cowboys. Also talk week one NFL lines. What does he think about the Panthers and Jets? How about my football team taking on the Chargers and all the other games going on week one? We'll break it down later on this hour with the big man on campus. We'll have our Bud Light ECU report throughout today's show, and we'll start it with Ronnie Woodward coming up at 4 o'clock, as Ronnie will join us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll hear what a focused and intense Mike Houston had to say yesterday at post-practice press conference. Also, comments from Donnie Kirkpatrick and Blake Harrell on the way on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Ronnie Woodward joins us at 4 o'clock inside the Pirate Radio studios. And at 5 o'clock, Troy D will be alongside. Rick Smith will make his 2021 season debut on Pirate Radio Live. We'll hear what he has to say about the Pirates' loss to Appalachian State, and also looking ahead to the Gamecocks coming to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this Saturday. Our pregame coverage begins Saturday morning bright and early on the Bud Light pregame tailgate at 8 o'clock. We will have a special edition of the UB Pirate Preview, 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. You can hear that show live when it airs Friday at noon. So Jeff Charles and company coming your way Friday at noon right here on Pirate Radio, and we'll replay that 7 a.m. Saturday morning leading up to our 8 a.m. coverage on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. So another busy game week here in the Pirate Radio studios as ECU and South Carolina go at it, and we'll welcome in Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, intern Gray, intern Macon. Everybody's here. It is a busy day.
Packed house.
It's a packed house inside the Pirate Radio studios. Steve Hill on Facebook Live says, Clipper! And he says, go Bucks! I can, not a big Tom Brady guy, just because I usually root for the underdog. He hasn't been an underdog in 20-plus years. But I will be rooting for him tonight against the Cowboys. I think we can all...
Year 22 for the GOAT.
That is nuts.
I was 2 years old when he made his debut.
I remember because I was roommates with a kind of random, but my roommate was a giant Drew Bledsoe fan. And so he rooted for the Patriots. And I remember when Brady went down, when Bledsoe went down, Brady came in. And then in the playoff game, Brady went down, Bledsoe came in. I want to say it was against the Steelers, helped them win a playoff game. And then Brady, of course, wins the Super Bowl, and everything else is history.
The rest is history.
And then Bledsoe went to the Cowboys. He sucked, and the rest is history. So unbelievable that he's still going strong, and the Bucs have their entire Super Bowl team back in 2021 and are big favorites against the Cowboys tonight. We'll talk about that one later with Jeff Nadu in today's show. Speaking of lines, Chandler, let's hit the rundown. And right now, we have seen a shift in the South Carolina, East Carolina line. South Carolina, as I look at it now a 2-point favorite going into Saturday's game at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Should be a pretty good crowd. I've seen some posts today. We'll talk to Ronnie about it later, but I think John Gilbert said he was expecting around 40,000 to be at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium on Saturday. So it should be a pretty good crowd, and I think a better performance by the Pirates coming up this Saturday than we saw against Appalachian State. The total is sitting at 56.5. So expecting some points to be on the board coming up. You teeny bopper is going to predict South Carolina or ECU to be in the teens on Saturday?
Not this week.
You thinking more points?
I'm thinking more points this week.
You're not going to be here tomorrow.
No.
So we need to get your official prediction.
I can do that Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
Oh, yeah, he'll be here Saturday.
Oh, is that such a bad thing?
No, it's a great thing, Chandler. I'll tell you why it's a great thing.
I'm fired up.
Because we're getting sausage dogs from Warren's
Hot Dog Pizza.
And I've thought about that the entire week, and I can't wait to be here Saturday eating those dogs and doing the show, but mostly eating those sausage dogs. Okay, fine. We'll get your official prediction Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
And my fantasy player.
Yeah, good luck. I'm 1-0 on that.
Yeah.
After having Keaton Mitchell last week.
The speedster.
We'll get Rick Smith's prediction in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll see if he calls this one a toss-up.
It's a toss-up.
This could be a toss.
There's a lot of toss-ups.
Coach,
high school.
We'll hear from you at 5, but do you have a preview on what you might be saying at 5 o'clock today?
A whole lot of stuff. And I could have said the ugly word there, but I didn't. I'll be here at 5 o'clock. How about you just save it, son?
Can we
No, hush.
Can we do
Malcolm Gray? Malcolm Gray, can you please tell him to hush, please?
Can you be quiet, please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
Coach, I
it.
got
I'll be
you.
here at 5 o'clock. Hold your horses. And I used to tell Josh Hawkins that all the time. He'd say, Coach, he'd say, what time's lunch? I say, you need to hold your horse, son. So you need to hold your horse. I'll be here at 5 o'clock.
Are you done?
I'll be here at 5 o'clock.
All right. Can we do maybe a quick Rick Smith talks to Rick Smith at 5 o'clock?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a little. I think Coach Smith is okay.
It's football
with it.
season. He's too serious. He doesn't want to do that stuff.
Maybe that's a better off-season thing to do.
Yeah.
All right. So Rick Smith coming up at 5. We'll have Ronnie Woodward at 4 o'clock. Jeff Nadu later this hour. Corey Gloor in about 10 minutes or so. So South Carolina, a favorite coming up. What do you think about that? Throw out your predictions. We'll get them on Saturday when you ride with us on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. But if you want to throw out a prediction or a key player to watch on Saturday, you can do so on Twitter or Facebook Live. All right, number 2, NFL opening night. And we have America's team, a great representation of America, the Dallas Cowboys. They are big underdogs tonight, 9-point dogs against the Buccaneers, total at around 52. Everybody and they mama is going to pick the Bucs to win this game. Chandler, any reason to believe the Cowboys can win this opener at Raymond James tonight?
Well, you got to start with the offense. You get the quarterback, Dak Prescott, back. You have a lot of great receivers in CeeDee Lamb. You got Amari Cooper on the outside as well. Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. Sort of a depleted offensive line. They won't have Zach Martin tonight, I don't believe. So that is a concern offensively for the Cowboys.
Okay, you can stop there. You just gave me the reason they could win, and that's just put up enough points to win, because I don't think they have much to talk about on the defensive side.
I was going to mention they have Micah Parsons, and that's about it.
Yeah, that is their...
Jalen Smith, linebacker. But I really don't know what they have defensive front-wise to bring pressure on Tom Brady. And then defensive back-wise, I think they got some young talent there in the defensive back room. But look, the Buccaneers bring back every single player they had last year. It's not been done, but I think only twice in the NFL history. So, and that offensive line for Tampa Bay is pretty good. I'm hoping look, I know you guys hate the Cowboys, but you got to look at on my perspective too. I need the Tampa Bay Bucks to lose. I need them to lose first game of the season and go down. So it's kind of a. And I hate the Cowboys.
I understand what you're saying, but like, can the Panthers really? If the Panthers make the playoffs this year, they're going to be a wild card. They can't win enough games to beat the Bucs.
You can't have a chance unless the Bucks lose.
All right, so I understand. You gotta root against the Bucs tonight, just like I have to root against the Cowboys. I totally get it. Ross, by the way, says in Facebook Live, exceptional Rick Smith impression. He says it was like Rick Smith imitating Michael Jackson. Coach, can you give us a hee-hee?
Hee-hee.
Shimon.
I said, you better come on. I said, you better Shimon, boy.
I said, Shimon, Josh Hawkins. Shimon.
Gotta be high school.
Why the shift on the Jets-Panthers line? We'll talk about that with the big man on campus. It is down to 4. We got some Zach Wilson believers out there
What
somewhere.
was it before? Like 5.5?
5.5, yeah.
Yeah, that was a little high.
Yeah. So now it's maybe has been corrected to what it should be.
I guess.
You still confident?
Yeah, I'm confident. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. What do you think about my football team? We got to get your picks, by the way. Maybe we should do it live on the air when we have like a free 5 minutes.
Okay.
So just run them down real quick. Because you're not going to be here tomorrow. Tony Dunn and I will have our Football Friday pick 'em on the show, and we want you to be involved in it. So when you're done calling your high school football games, you'll be here on Fridays again.
Absolutely.
And it's a long, grueling, like 7-week season. So it's not like
I still want to be involved, and I think I can do it on Thursdays.
All right, we'll get your picks at some point, either on or off the air on this Thursday. And then I saw this, and apparently this is big news because if you go to ESPN.com, it is the 5th story listed.
What about a stories?
What about a story? There is a dead giraffe.
Oh no!
A dead giraffe. This is the Baton Rouge Zoo said in a release today. Come on down with your sissy giraffe spots.
Sissy giraffe
blood. Sissy orange giraffe. He says the officials at that was very sexist to me. Could be a she at the Baton Rouge Zoo said that a 20-month. Oh man, 20, so young. Did not even get to live a full giraffe life. A giraffe named Burrow has died after developing a sudden onset of symptoms, including a severe cough and overall agitation. A giraffe coughing would be very strange to witness. This giraffe has been named after Joe Burrow, and the giraffe's name is spelled Burreaux. And that giraffe has passed away. Why this is on ESPN.com, I have no idea. But it is sad news. I got to say, they put out a picture of it. Chandler, this is a beautiful, one of God's most beautiful creatures.
That's a beautiful giraffe.
Great color scheme. Sissy burnt orange giraffe.
Yeah, sissy burnt orange. Dotted giraffe.
And then them giraffe dots.
Bring your ass down here.
Hey, bring that big neck ass down here.
That long neck.
I wonder if Coach O will read a eulogy or something and be involved.
It was
in
a
this.
good giraffe.
I tell you what, that 20 months, we haven't been good in 20 months.
We ain't been good at all.
Maybe that giraffe.
That's why we lost to them sissy blues.
That's why I sacrificed a live giraffe at the Baton Rouge Zoo. Burrow has passed. So sad news there. Thoughts and prayers to Burrow's family and to the people at the Baton Rouge Zoo. Again, I don't know why this story's on ESPN.com.
And now it's on Pirate Radio Live Rundown.
And now
it has made its way to Greenville.
I think it's this news needs to be spread throughout our nation that there is a dead giraffe named Burrow that was just coughing nonstop. Wonder if it picked up a smoking habit or something.
I gotta go outside and take a smoke. If the giraffe could talk, what if it talked like Ed Orgeron? This tree is good.
I'm not long for this world. I gotta go. Good luck, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow making his return, by the way, for the Bungles.
Who they got this week?
Coming up this Sunday.
Who does Redbeard Cincinnati Bengals have?
The Cincinnati Bengals open up with the Minnesota Vikings at home. I'm going to put the Vikings on upset alert.
I'm sorry, Redbeard, but I have Dalvin Cook. Run, Dalvin, run.
Dalvin Cook.
Cook it up. What you Dalvin Cooks got cooking up today?
So, that's another AFC-NFC matchup. There's a ton of those coming up this Sunday, week 1. All right, let's take a break. I need to gather my thoughts after talking about Burrow.
We need to reset.
The dead giraffe. Redbeard says the offensive line let Burrow down. Just another dead Bengal giraffe. He is speaking on the quarterback and the giraffe in that case, as Joe Burrow got killed in the Washington game last year. But we'll be back week 1 for the Bengals this year. Let's take a timeout. When we return, we'll go down to Louisiana. Maybe Corey has an update on
Bring
Burrow.
your sissy green shirt.
They got sissy blue, too.
Sissy blue.
We'll talk to Corey Gloor former voice of ECU baseball, now the voice of the Tulane Green Wave. We'll talk about Tulane's near upset on Oklahoma, what he thought about the Green Wave, what they got coming up the remainder of the year, and talk more with Corey Gloor when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Pirate Nation, your ECU football team is getting ready for another season, and they need you inside Downey-Ficklin Stadium. Football season tickets are on sale now, and great seats are still available. Come out and watch your Pirates take on SEC opponent South Carolina, preseason top 10 Cincinnati, and many more. Season tickets start at just $99 and can be purchased online at ECUPirates.com or over the phone at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. Buy yours today, and let's bring back Rowdy Downey. Go Pirates!
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
You've worked hard to start your business and working even harder to make it successful. And that's why it's important to have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from Select Bank and Trust, and as the business world throws you curveballs, we're here to be responsive to your needs. Our team of local bankers can make local decisions and cares about you, the customer. Get the business services that are right for your business today with Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter, because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Shakaroni Pizza is back, and only for $13. Plus $1 from every purchase goes to charity. The Shakaroni is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Sawyer's Fun Park is now open in Greenville. This state-of-the-art 40,000 square foot facility features a 2-story LED interactive laser tag, a one-of-a-kind 2-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand new Sawyer's Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. We've got Jeff Nadu joining us later on this hour. Rick Smith, Troy D at 5 o'clock, Ronnie Woodward at 4 o'clock. And we got a lot of Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Harrell to hear before we get out of here on this Thursday opening night for the NFL. We got Bucks and Cowboys tonight right here on Pirate Radio, and a lot of ECU South Carolina discussion on the way as well. But right now we're going to head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to the voice of the Tulane Green Wave, Corey Gloor. He is a formerly a show regular, and you know what? We might still bug him with phone calls from time to time, even though he is no longer calling games for the Pirates. But he's on the call for the Tulane Green Wave. Saw a great one on Saturday, and he joins us now. Corey, how you doing, buddy?
Clip, Shirley, Chandler, hello.
Hello. God, I miss that. It is great to hear you say hello. Chandler, would you like to say hello?
Hello.
Shirley?
Thank you, Corey.
Oh, I already did it when I called it.
You already answered the phone. We already got our hellos out of the way. What a ride it's been for you early on during your time down there in New Orleans, Corey. Let's talk about the serious real-life stuff first. What was it like going through that hurricane? What did you do? And I guess what's the aftermath like for you personally where you live? What was that like, Corey?
Yeah, it's been a lot. I won't lie to you here, Clip. I got out before the storm hit, which was now, I guess, 2 weekends ago, about a week and a half ago. I evacuated to Houston the day before the storm hit, and I have been back to New Orleans for maybe a grand total of an hour and a half since that time. I went back on Sunday with your old friend Steve Ullman, who works down here at Tulane now, and we went to go check out our places because we had not been back yet, and both my place and his place are fine. There was no damage to either one of them. Both of us are still without power as of right now, so it's been a good week and a half since power has been restored to my place of living, which I live just west of the city. And I've been in Birmingham, Alabama for a little over a week now, where Tulane Athletics, just as a department, has set up shop. We have taken over a hotel in downtown Birmingham, and we are operating from here. And so we are given the okay that we can go back home to New Orleans whenever that might be.
Wow. Well, glad you're doing well, Corey, and I've been able to continue on despite all that going on around you. And then, of course, it stinks for Tulane to have the game against the second-ranked team in the country moved from Yulman Stadium to a road game in Norman, Oklahoma. But you go out there, the team hits the field, gets on the board first. It's 14-14 at the end of the first. OU kind of puts its foot on the gas in the second quarter, and you're thinking 37-14 at halftime. And, well, it was a good first half, whatever. What about that second half comeback by the Green Wave, Corey, and to get that onside, to have the ball with a chance to win that game in Norman? Just a phenomenal effort by the Tulane Green Wave, and you were there on the call. What was that like to witness that?
It was certainly fun, and it was when we came out of halftime on the radio broadcast. I think both myself and my partner for that day, Jimmy Ordino, we were just hoping to see the energy sustained and not go down a little bit. And after it was a gut punch of a second quarter, and then you add in everything on top of the situation that this team is in right now and is still maneuvering through to this minute, it would be natural to just say we're done and we're going to go home now, or we're going to go to Birmingham. Those guys haven't been home yet, and so it would have been natural to say, you know what, this game's over. And they not only didn't do that, they were the better team in the second half. It wasn't even close, and so I think it showed them what we've been hearing a lot around this program heading into the year, and that they can play with anybody. They're as deep as anybody. They're as deep as the team's been in years. And I remember talking to you a few weeks ago how excited Willie Fritz was about the depth and the talent that he has to work with. Well, that you saw it on display Saturday because, other Tulane teams in years past, they would not have made the charge that this group did on Saturday. And then you add in just the mental fortitude of what they've had to manage since 2 Saturdays ago when the storm came. It was as impressive of an outing as I've seen, even in a loss. And make no mistake, they walked out of that saying, Tulane fumbled 3 times in a row in the second quarter, and that led to Oklahoma points. It led to field goals that allowed them to cushion the lead. And if they clean those up, they win that game. Like that, they were the majority of that day the better team, and it wasn't that close. And so they walked out saying, we should have won. Like we should have absolutely beaten that number 2 team in the country on the road. And we have mistakes that we know we can clean up. And I think that bodes extremely well for just what this team is capable of doing. And maybe surprising some folks in this league.
Michael Pratt, 27 of 44, 296 yards, 3 touchdowns, added a rushing touchdown, and he got praise. Now, I wish I had it in front of me. Was it Trey Young? Who was the pro athlete that was tweeting about Michael Pratt on Saturday? Did you see that, Corey?
Trey Young did. Tyrann Mathieu did. The Money Badger. He was getting a lot of attention nationally. Nina Kimes did from ESPN.
Yeah.
It was on an ABC game, and the charge that they made in the second half certainly turned some heads, and he was certainly the spearhead of it.
Yeah, he was awesome, and we kind of knew about him going into this year, but you're right, Corey, you referenced it a moment ago during our summer chat. You were basing it off of what the coaches and maybe fans, maybe locals were saying, that this team is not going to be just frisky this year. They're going to be a contender to try to get up there with Cincinnati and UCF. And look, it's only been 1 week. They put together an inspired performance. They're going to have to get up for every game like that. Maybe not week 2 against Morgan State, but there's going to be a lot of time for Tulane to feel good about themselves because they're going to win week 2, Corey, and then have another opportunity to maybe pull off a high profile win when they take on Ole Miss on the road, 8 o'clock on ESPN2 week 3. So I know, Coach Gloor, you don't want to look ahead, but they'll hopefully put together a good performance here, and that'll be a game to watch with that high powered Ole Miss offense week 3.
Sure, and the team that I saw last week and the team I believe I'm going to be seeing here Saturday in Birmingham, that team beats Ole Miss. That they played that well against Oklahoma on the road. And so if they're able to put that together again, and Cliff, they put up 35 against that Oklahoma defense, which gave up 21 a game last year. It's so much better, that defense. And they put up 35 against them, and that was without their 2 lead receivers catching the ball. And so they were able to do that without really going with their full complement of weapons. And so they feel if they can get Deuce Watts and Jaquan Jackson more involved in the game, then this offense becomes extremely hard to figure out how to stop, because Oklahoma, by and large, could not figure out how to stop it. And the 2 biggest threats were not a part of the proceeding. So the group that I saw in Norman is a team that beats Ole Miss, and is a team that does knock on the door in this league, the top 4 in the league. It's a brutal schedule, but it's hard not to come out of week 1 and say, okay, there's a lot more that they can do here.
Corey Gloor joining us. Corey, there are important things happening in the world of college football, college athletics. I am somewhat ignoring those, but really I just don't care to talk about the realignment, especially if East Carolina is left out in those discussions. How much, Corey, are you focusing on that? How much is Tulane talking about it with looks like them being left out of the Big 12 American, all those discussions going on?
It hasn't gotten much talk here in Birmingham since the news came out late last week, I guess, that it looked as though Cincy and Houston and UCF were going to jump, and now it looks like it's going to happen. So it hasn't gotten a lot of discussion here because, frankly, there's a lot on everyone's plate right now here with Tulane and figuring out when we can go home. And, if it's not for a while, well, we got events we got to host. And so it's been chaotic, but it's been managed really well. It's a shame that I think this seems to be happening. I get it for Houston. I get it in some respect for Cincinnati. I don't, for the life of me, get it for UCF. But if they're going to go make this jump, then that's that. And Tulane, I think, felt they were in a pretty good spot when it came to a case that they could make here if someone came a-calling. But I also think they just feel good about where they are as a department right now, regardless of alignment. And so if they're still sitting here in the American and whatever that might look like here this time next year, then so be it. But over the last 2 weeks, there have been a lot of things that this university, this athletic department, has had to maneuver through and still are maneuvering through. And the upper brass at some of the other leagues were staying right across the street from the SEC office here in Birmingham. If they were aware of what's going on here and just what this Tulane athletic department was pulling off by keeping this all afloat right now, despite the fact we're 6 hours away from home, then they would be pretty impressed, and maybe a call would have been coming their way. But they're pretty dead set on who they got, and Tulane will go about their business and move forward from here.
Corey Gloor joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Corey, while we got you here, we did not do our Friday football fan preview this year. We talked to a couple of fans of teams, but let's get a Bears outlook. When do they go to Justin Fields, and are you confident at all that Andy Dalton could lead this team to a potential wild card berth in 2021?
That's just such a foolish question, Clip.
Andy Dalton is great at making the wild card and losing.
They will not go to Justin Fields soon enough. However long it takes them, they'll have waited too long, and they will be they will be the Bears. They will be underachieving, underwhelming. You will see them on primetime television. Like I even think this weekend they got Sunday night football under their belt. And you're going to watch them, and you're going to hate to watch them. It's an unpleasant group to watch.
I have said that. That is not a great look for the NFL to throw that one out on Sunday night, week 1. Not a fan of that game.
It's the Bears and the Rams, I believe. And goodness gracious, why in the world would you want to tune into that if you were a casual observer? So, no, I mean, I wish them all the best. I mean, they can't finish 8-8 this year, so there's a nice little feather in their cap.
That's right. Can't go 8-8 with a 17-game schedule. Corey, in better news, the Brewers are 31 games over 500. How will they blow it in the playoffs?
Oh, I mean, they continue to surprise me, and I'm in a slightly same spot with them as I was with the Bucs earlier on this calendar year, where it's all right, show it to me now when we get to the postseason, and there's less margin for error in baseball's postseason. That their consistency offensively is worrisome, but they have maybe the best top-to-bottom pitching staff, starters, and relievers in the National League, and so ideally that will be able to get them a few wins, but they're going to see some incredibly powerful lineups that I don't know if they can match toe for toe in a long postseason series. But they're certainly giving Milwaukee quite a sports year. I'll say that.
That indeed, Corey Gloor still living large after what the Bucs were able to do. And Corey, I miss talking sports with you, buddy. So thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time today. Have a great call this weekend. What do you know about Morgan State?
Well, they didn't play a season last year, and so it's actually a little bit tricky to scout for them because all we really have to work with is their Week 1 loss to Towson, so which they struggled mightily in. And outside of that, this team is banking on them running similar things to what they did 2 years ago in 2019 when their coach Tyrone Wheatley took over for his first year, but a team that I think is also sorting out a lot because they have a lot of new players and they didn't play a season last year. So it's a pretty fascinating test because you just don't know what you're going to get from this group. So I think if Tulane's able to, frankly, let's handle their own business and make this game about them and what they need to execute better than what they did Week 1 in Norman, then they're going to walk out with a win.
Corey, good stuff, man. Glad to hear you are doing well. Hopefully you'll be able to get back in New Orleans sometime soon and try to return to some normalcy there. But thank you for a few minutes of your time today. And we're still Corey Gloor fans here in Greenville, North Carolina. Well, not all of us, but I would say the majority of us are.
Oh, not everyone was to start. Just imagine that number's dropped here with my current job. And what I'll be seeing all y'all in about a month here.
That's right.
Opening weekend of conference play.
Looking forward to that. We'll be welcoming Corey back to Greenville. Thank you, Corey. Have a good one, bud.
Thanks, Clip.
There is Corey Gloor, the play-by-play voice of the Tulane Green Wave. Good to hear his voice back on Pirate Radio. And he's right. We will be reaching out to Corey again around a month from now to preview East Carolina and Tulane. And I was on a Zoom, a video earlier today with Gamecock Central, the rival site, and they talked about the importance of this game this week, and I thought about it. And next week, it's looking like an L to me at Marshall. I was talking to a Pirate fan last night, and they were like, I don't care what kind of team we have. Just anytime we go to Huntington, I freak out and it don't feel good. And I got that same feeling about that game next week. Then you got an FCS game that you should win. But then you open up conference play with Tulane, who has been a thorn in the Pirate side in the years past. And if you watch them week one, you're probably a little nervous, more nervous about that game than you were previously. That makes this week pretty crucial, I think, to get to 1-1, and you feel like at worst you could be at 2-2 if you win this weekend once you get to that Tulane game coming up. But it kind of just magnifies how important this weekend is, I think, because you can't, I don't know, man, you just can't afford an 0-3 start, Chandler. So that makes this South Carolina game important.
Yeah, and I think that's one reason why that App State game was very important too, and trying to get to 1-0. But you know, you have to go week by week, and being 0-1 is tough. But yeah, this South Carolina game is huge. But the advantage is that we were back home in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in a hopefully a packed crowd. This is a fan base that hasn't been able to come to Greenville and experience an East Carolina game for 2 years now. So it really would love to see the fans get into the stands and really be that 12th man on Saturday. And I think when it comes from off the field advantages, I think it's going to come into the stands and the Pirate fans showing up on Saturday and being loud on third downs and stuff like that. So yeah, we got to get this win to go to 1-1, because next week in Huntington, I remember those CUSA days.
Earn the BMOC. Jeff Nadu will get his take on Bucks Cowboys, Panthers Jets, football team Chargers, and the rest of week 1 of the NFL when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
Hello, Greenville and Pitt County. We at Pitt County Schools want you to know that we are a thriving and connected school system ready and open for all students this year. We are offering all in-person learning with limited virtual options while operating on a 5-day, full-day schedule for our 38 school campuses. Pitt County Schools offers rigorous academic opportunities such as dual language programs, STEM engagement, global education, and college readiness. We also offer competitive athletics, full support for exceptional children, and career readiness opportunities such as paid apprenticeships and unique business partnerships. Pitt County Schools is fully committed to engage, empower, and elevate every student every day. Visit our website today at pittschools.org, where you'll find our new jam-packed strategic plan, our new mission and vision, our profile of a learner, or check out our unique preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and early colleges. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student every day.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian Ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and See, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout, not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Brian Coleman or CJ Messerly at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
I sailed out of the port of Bristol with sailors wearing black armbands.
Pirate Radio.
And found ourselves proclaimed notorious pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Take advantage of the week-long carry-out deal of all 3 topping pizzas for only $7.99. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. For those watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you may have seen Mike Mullis make an appearance in the studio briefly during the Corey Gloor segment. A little behind the scenes, I texted Mully earlier today and said, "Hey Mully, you good for a segment tomorrow at 3:30? And he said, "Sure." And then he showed up today at 3:30, and I broke the news to him that I texted tomorrow, and he left immediately. So, love you, Mully. Thanks, but we may not be hearing from Mully this week because he's unavailable on Friday.
That's why you need to call him first.
Call him first. He needs to be the first guest we have every week, Mike Mullis. If you have
book him first.
A problem that needs to be fixed, call Fixed NC 999-0001, the proud sponsor of our live line, which will be rocking and rolling one way or the other Saturday afternoon. We had we were packed for the first like 2.5 hours.
Crazy.
After the game on Thursday night last week. So we appreciate you folks chiming in. And we'll be with you after every game on the 5th quarter this season, including Saturday afternoon. So Mike on Facebook Live says, Steve Logan always says the crowds in Greenville go away after the start of hunting season. Bow season starts Saturday. Hopefully that's changed. I feel like we have a million reasons why you don't go to games. Kickoff's too early. Kickoff's too late. It's too hot. It's too cold. Bow season's going on. Got to go to the beach. You could
got to get the last beach trip in.
Yeah, come up with a million reasons not to go, but here's a reason or two to go to the game. It's the first game you've been able to attend in a long time. It'll be fun to watch.
651 days to be exact.
But who's counting? It's against an SEC opponent, which we never get into Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. And the way college football is trending may never happen again, the way these schedules are set up. I mean, this could be it for an SEC opponent at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium when you think about it. And an opportunity to root on the Pirates to get that win number 1, which could lead to a very good 2021 season in year 3 of Mike Houston. So there's a few reasons to go on Saturday. All right, we will talk a lot more ECU South Carolina at 4 o'clock. Let's wrap up the hour with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, and talk some NFL. As we'll talk college football with him Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, but focus on tonight and Sunday with the big man right now. Jeff, how you doing today? Jeff, are you there? Shirley's hooking up with him on the phone, so give us 1 second as we'll get Jeff Nadu in. Cowboys Bucks tonight, by the way, on Pirate Radio. You can hear it right here live, and we have a triple header coming up this Sunday on Pirate Radio.
I'm ready to hear what he has to say about the Panthers Jets, and I mean that line trending down.
It's a weird game. Darnold in his first game as Panthers quarterback. You did get to see him at the end of the preseason, right, Chandler? So
yeah,
you got to see him work with his old buddy Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. I think Anderson had a touchdown, but DJ Moore got involved too.
Yeah,
in that game.
DJ's looking good. So and ready to see him in regular season action now. So
all right, we got big man. Let's go out to the Fixed NC Live line now and talk to Jeff Nadu. Jeff, how you doing today?
Doing great, Clip. How are you? Very exciting times. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. And we'll jump into it. We talked college football with Jeff earlier in the week. We'll have him on the Bud Light pregame tailgate coming up on Saturday morning. I think around 9:30 we'll talk to the BMOC and talk about the slate of college games. But let's talk NFL, Jeff, and let's start with tonight, the defending Super Bowl champion Buccaneers taking on the Dallas Cowboys with Dak Prescott back. We'll be able to see him for the first time in almost a year. He went down early in the 2020 season. So, Jeff, what do you think about this game spread-wise and total-wise, Cowboys and Bucs tonight?
Well, I think there's some things that I'm worried about. And look, it's the first game. A lot of people are going to bet it. But as you know with me, I'm not going to just bet something because it's on. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, defensively, I don't think they're very good. I don't need to tell anyone that. But, when you look at Dallas's offense, look, if Dak Prescott were completely healthy, didn't have an injury last year, if Zach Martin was in there, I would be a little bit more interested. But I worry in this game about, obviously, Dak's health and him being fully back. Does he have enough time to throw the ball? Look, I think they're going to throw the ball, and they're going to throw it a lot. Their offensive line, obviously, is going to prevent them, I think, from running the ball effectively, especially against a very good defensive front. But I think if there's one knock on Tampa, it could be their pass defense. It wasn't great last year. I think they gave up almost 300 yards a game. When you're looking at Tampa offensively, they're going to move the ball. They should have no trouble scoring. The only thing I kind of worried this was like 31-17. I had a lean to the over, but I didn't play anything here. I think if this one would somehow get to like 10.5, I might grab some buyback on the Cowboys, just being that it's too high. But I didn't play it. Maybe a lean to the over, just because I think Dallas can get into the 20s. But it just sucks that we're not going to get a fully back Dak. Maybe we will, but I'm not going to speculate on whether we will or not.
Yeah, the number's sitting at 9 total in the low 50s there, so it's a stay away from Nadu. We've sat here and looked at these lines all summer, and there hasn't been big movement. So it's fun to see now, leading up to kickoff and closer to game day, these lines start to move a little bit. Pretty dramatic jump in the Panthers-Jets line, big man. We'll talk about that one with local interest with Panthers fans around here. But why did that go from 5.5 to 4 so quickly that I'm seeing today?
Because the number was ridiculous. It should have never. Look, the books put the number out because they have no idea where to put the Carolina Panthers from a betting standpoint. When you put a number out at 5.5, it means that they really aren't going to take. This will probably be the least bet game of the weekend, in my opinion. I just don't think a lot of people are going to bet on this. There'll be action on it, but it's not going to be like Chiefs or Chiefs Browns or Cowboys Bucks. I didn't understand the line, to be real honest. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would lay almost a touchdown with Carolina ever, frankly. I have a lot of question marks about them. Obviously, they have McCaffrey back, but he's off an injury. This is an offense with Sam Darnold that I'm just not real interested in, to be real frank with you. Defensively, I think they have some positivity. I think they could be good as the season goes on, but I'm not running to back them. And I'm actually pretty high on Zach Wilson. I think he developed a really nice rapport with some of those receivers. I like their offensive line. They're actually quite a good run defense. I think they can bottle up McCaffrey and make Darnold beat them. I didn't understand the line, to be real frank with you. I actually played a little 5.5 with the Jets. I think they're better than people think they are.
Jeff, I'll be the first to crap on my Washington football team. I also root for them until the day I pass on. But I thought it was odd the Chargers were road favorites in that game week 1. I know they're the sexy offseason team, and for good reason. Herbert, they got a new coach, but for Washington to be an underdog, I didn't understand. That has flipped a couple of points, and now I see Washington as a 1-point favorite. So basically a pick 'em coming up Sunday in Landover. Any thoughts on Washington and L.A. with the total sitting at 44.5?
Yeah, I think over the years, Clip, if the Chargers were better at winning close games, I think this would be maybe a bit different. But I think a lot of the old, last year or two recency bias has set in, and people are saying, do I think this Chargers team's better? Yeah, but I feel like I say that every year. One thing we know about Washington, they're at home. I think you've been to that stadium. It's a weird place to go.
It's not a great home field advantage, although this week it might be the one time they have one with fans coming back. There's not going to be any Chargers fans there. But it's not a great home field advantage, Jeff.
I think for me, and I'll just be honest in saying this, I think the Chargers are a better team than Washington. I like Washington. I've talked to you before. I love their defense. I think Fitzpatrick's a better quarterback than they've had in a long time there, probably since Kirk Cousins. And, when I look at the Chargers, I just think they're better. I like Herbert. I'm really high on their defense. I think this is probably first of 20 wins. I think this is a really defensive battle, kind of working out some kinks early on. But I got to tell you, gun to my head, I lean Chargers. I think I can make cases for both sides.
Yeah.
It won't be a game that I wager on. I guess I just lean with just to me the better team, but it should be a great game. I think it's a real chess match, probably like 20-17, 24-20, something like that.
Jeff, we talked about my team. Let's talk about your favorite team. Now, I'm gonna say this. Why are the Falcons 3.5-point favorites? And then again, if you ask me to make a line on this game, Eagles Falcons, I don't know what I would make the line. So, what's your take on this number, Philly and Atlanta?
Yeah, I think what this line is telling you is that these teams are completely even. Because look, and I think you're getting a little value with the Eagles because I don't think Atlanta's home field advantage is worth 3 points. I'm just going to say that now. But I think these teams are pretty similar. In fact, I think when you look at, I think there's some things the Falcons are better than the Eagles at, like the receivers, and they have a slight edge at quarterback. But I think the Eagles are better than them defensively. I think the Eagles have a better offensive line. I think from a tight end standpoint, I like what Ertz and Goddard can do. So I like the run game, obviously, for the Eagles. So there's, I think, a lot of evenness with these teams. I think the Eagles, there's a little value at 3.5. If this were 2.5, I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't have much interest. But I think the growing sentiment is Jalen Hurts is a leader. And I think in week 1, you really have to tiptoe, especially along games like this, just because, Jalen is great. I think there's a lot of excitement around him. But again, he's only played 4 games in the NFL. He's got to earn some rapport, but he should be better just with their offensive line being fully healthy. They have more weapons to throw to. I lean Eagles. I think, there's some value in getting them as a dog just because I don't think the Atlanta Falcons are very good, and I don't think their home field advantage is worth 3.5 points. I think this game is more of a pick-em to me than anything.
Yeah.
So I would lean with the Eagles on the number.
I guess we're calling this segment, Why is the Line the Way It Is? Because I got another one for you. Like, why is Tennessee a 3-point favorite and not like a 6-point favorite at home against the Cardinals? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. No, I think for all ultimate purposes, I think that the betting markets just undervalue the Titans. I don't think the markets really maybe believe defensively in them. I think
I understand that. I mean, they've been pretty dreadful there, but
yeah, I guess people are just assuming that it's kind of one of those back and forth games.
yeah.
This line at 3, I still think there's some value at the Cardinals because, to be real honest with you, Clip, I think the team more likely to get a stop is the Arizona Cardinals. I think they're the fastest offense in the NFL. I would look no way towards the number in this game. To me, it'd be all about the total.
Go over.
Bettors obviously, it opened 51.5. It's been bet up to 52.5. This has the potential to be the highest scoring game in a weekend. I think it's first to 30 probably wins. I think the total is too low, to be honest with you. You're going to have two offenses, one of which in Tennessee that's extremely efficient in the red zone. They're very good running the football. Arizona can't stop the run. We know Arizona is going to be up and down. They could be the fastest team in the league this year. You have efficient. You have good off. I mean, Clip, remember this. They have the two best receivers in the NFL in this game with two good quarterbacks, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins. This is going to be terrific.
And look, I mean, you can't put A.J. Brown with those names yet, but he's getting damn close.
Yeah, he's in there too. You got Kyler Murray, who's electric. He can run around.
I love it. I said this is my favorite game in the 1 o'clock window, Jeff. Like no loyalties or anything. It's got to be this one. That should be fun. And now on that note, the best game in the 4 o'clock window would be, it's got to be Browns Chiefs, right? Can the Browns hang with Kansas City, Jeff?
Yeah, I took a little 6.5 last night with Cleveland. It's now down, I think, to 5.5 as far as I know, which is an interesting move down. I think this is a stone cold, sharp public split. Public will be on the Chiefs. The sharps like me, which I consider myself a sharp, to be on the Browns. Clip, the Browns, I think, are going to win this football game. I think there's some value in the money line. I'm very high on the Cleveland Browns this year, and I know people will be skeptical. I don't want to be high on Cleveland; they never win. But there's not a lot of knocks with Cleveland. If you can find me one, I'd like to hear it. They've got a great run game. They have the best offensive line in the NFL. They have a quarterback that's continuing to mature. He's got a coach behind him now. He's got one of the best duos in the NFL to throw the ball to. A good tight end group. The defense has one of the best defensive players in the NFL, Myles Garrett. They really went out and made some shrewd moves in the secondary. I really like this group. I think they will beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think throw kind of a chick in the armor to a lot of guys and girls that bet the NFL on Sunday. Public loves the Chiefs, but would it surprise anyone? Even if this is 27-24, Browns are too good to be this big a dog. I like the Browns.
We'll ride with you there, Jeff. We did some division picks last week. I took the Browns in the AFC North, so I'm believing in them as well. Kind of just ran over some games of local interest, fan interest. Jeff, what did we miss? Anything else you really like on Sunday or Monday?
Yeah,
or I could just throw out more games at you. I'm enjoying the chat.
Yeah,
so.
I think obviously I could talk about anything. I think the Colts are intriguing, to be honest. You're not gonna find me betting against Russell Wilson. It's just not a comfortable thing to do. I constantly, he makes these plays that are just ridiculous, and you're like, why did I bet against this guy? But with Carson Wentz coming back, which I think is interesting, I think I'm pretty high on Carson Wentz in Indy. I think it's a good fit. I like their defense. I like Darius Leonard a lot. I think they have a pass rush all of a sudden. I think they're going to be a solid group on that end. I'm not in love with a team like Seattle on the road. I think there's a lot of hit or miss on that defense. Home dog with the Colts, I think is kind of interesting, kind of intriguing.
I don't want to take an under involving the Seahawks with their explosive receivers and what they can do, but the Colts, if they play the way they want to play, they want to run it with Taylor and all those running backs and maybe shorten the game, right, Jeff? I mean, under 49.5, or am I looking at it wrong?
In this game you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I just don't see the Colts as that much of an explosive offense. I could see them running the football and taking the air out and trying to play defense.
Like 12 personnel with two tight ends.
You're right, yeah.
Maybe, if anything, there's not going to be a ton of throwing the ball down. But Carson's never been particularly good at doing that. I could see it. I don't love the Seahawks defense.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm a little nervous about it. And they can have an 80-yard touchdown in the blink of an eye. So, I don't know. I might try it a little bit, but I don't know. So, the Colts, how about and let's go here. Let's go Dolphins-Patriots. Jones-Tua, the Patriots, a 3-point favorite at home, big man. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are in for I could get 3.5 at certain books. I think the Dolphins are interesting. People are way too high on the New England Patriots. Way too high. Let me ask you a question, Clip. Does this group have the worst skill position players in the NFL? Well, I might just tell you, yeah, they do.
Well, I've heard a lot about Jacoby Myers from a former Wolfpack receiver. Like, what else do they have? Like, they loaded up on tight ends, right, with like Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. What else do they have on the outside there for Jones?
I mean, they also have an offensive line that I'm not in love with. I guess Damian Harris is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a rookie quarterback. You have a defense that, is good, but, I mean, they have some injuries back there. Their starting quarterback, Jalen Mills, may not play, former Eagle.
And look, they never had a ton of great skill guys other than the Moss year, but
Tom Brady.
They had Tom Brady, and they had, some defensive Hall of Famers over there on the other side. So it almost looks like they're trying to build it that way, Jeff, but they don't have Tom Brady. So it's a big difference.
Right. And again, Clip, I think we have to remember, if you can find me proof that Bill Belichick is a good coach without Tom Brady, I'd like to see it.
Well,
do you have any?
I don't have those papers in front of me at the moment. I'll have to get back to you.
Well, they don't exist.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, again, and I'll tell you another thing. This Dolphin group, really well coached. I love this Flores.
I like Flores. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's just great. I like what they have down there. I think they're a pretty kind of bettable defense all of a sudden. I like their skill position players a lot more than I like, even with like Devontae Parker and, Gesicki and Gaskin. I like some of these guys. I like Tua, obviously, a little more than I like Mac Jones at this point. So, yeah, Patriots, I think, are a glitzy bet, but I don't quite understand it.
When I say I could talk about the NFL and preview games for 3 hours, I mean it. But unfortunately, we are out of time. Jeff, more conversation with you. You can go over to patreon.com/BMOC. Follow Jeff Nadu on Twitter. He answers questions there. He'll throw some stuff out on Twitter, and he joins us here on Pirate Radio Live and the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Big man, this is awesome. Football is here. I couldn't be happier, and we'll keep the chats going with you. We'll talk to you Saturday morning before ECU South Carolina.
Look forward to it. I can't wait. Thanks, Clip.
Big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. He'll join us again Saturday as we'll talk Pirates, Gamecocks, and more college football, leading you up to the noon kickoff on Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. When we return, Ronnie Woodward joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. He came bearing gifts. We'll talk about that. Get his thoughts on what happened Thursday night last week at Bank of America Stadium and what will happen Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium when the Pirates take on the Gamecocks. It's all ahead on our Bud Light ECU report when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
You UBE and PirateWear.com has all your back-to-school needs, and it's the place to shop for students of all ages. They carry ECU notebooks, binders, and backpacks, as well as umbrellas and rain jackets for that eastern North Carolina weather. And don't forget about their textbook department, where you can rent, buy, or sell your books year-round. And they also price match. And visit their social media pages, where there's almost always a Win It Wednesday going on throughout the school year. Stop by UBE or PirateWear.com, where there's new shipments arriving daily with lower prices than their competitors. Proud to be serving the Pirate Nation for over 50 years.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park, or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hey Birdland, do you want access to every Orioles home game in August and September? Now you can with O's Unlimited. For just $40 per month, you can have month-long access to every game in August and September. The O's Unlimited Pass will give you general admission standing room only access throughout Oriole Park, including the Flag Court and Budweiser roof deck. To purchase your O's Unlimited Pass, visit the Orioles Ticket Marketplace at Orioles.com/tickets or the MLB Ballpark app and have your tickets delivered instantly within the app.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is sponsored by Signs and Tint, Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more. Visit Sign and Tint today at 801 Staten Road in Greenville, or book an appointment online at signsandtint.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's, now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. A couple days away from the Pirates and Gamecocks going at it at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, a few hours away from the NFL season opener. We've got Cowboys and Bucks coming up tonight right here on Pirate Radio to kick off the 2021 NFL season. And good grief, the news just continues to get worse for the Ravens, as they've already had J.K. Dobbins go down with a season-ending injury. Justice Hill went down with an injury. And now the news today, Ian Rappaport tweeted out that they cut practice early after Marcus Peters, cornerback, and running back Gus Edwards go down with potential season-ending injuries. And now we're watching CBS Sports HQ, and it's saying Ravens running back Gus Edwards likely has a torn ACL. And they're saying the same thing for Marcus Peters, which are season-ending injuries. And this is just, boy, it's crazy.
Did you say it happened on back-to-back plays?
Yeah, in practice today.
So down goes Gus Edwards, and they're like, man, this is not good. Next play, down goes Marcus Peters, and they're like, you know what? Practice is over.
Yeah, they stopped practicing. So they play, Monday night against the Raiders, I believe. But it has been really tough for Ravens running backs. before we can even begin week 1. All right, Ronnie Woodward is here. Ronnie, thank you so much for bringing a gift to us inside the Pirate Radio studios today. An official Duke's Mayo Classic 2021 bottle, jug, jar. This is called a jar.
Plastic
Jug?
jar.
Thank you for bringing a jar of Duke's Mayo, and it has Appalachian State's logo and East Carolina's logo, and Duke's Mayo Classic 2021. This is something we will cherish forever here in the Pirate Radio studios. We took a great team picture with it, Shirley, Chandler, and myself, and we'll have this forever. And thank you for bringing that back, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's my media gift. There's one jar of mayo on each seat, and I was like, I don't like mayonnaise, and you wanted it.
I did.
mean, it's pretty sweet. Like, if you're an App State fan,
yeah,
and you won the game, it's pretty cool. They have the logo, like, it's custom made for each team.
I like that. Yeah. Did you happen to get a Clemson, Georgia one that you could give me as well?
That would have been cool. I should have found the box. I would have kept that. You would have got that one. I would have kept the other one.
So, man, I got to say, I said this on the pregame last Thursday. I'm not, dying to go to live sporting events like I was at a younger age, but seeing the atmosphere outside of Bank of America Stadium, maybe more that than the actual game itself, although I think the cameras did a good job to show the packed sections, and maybe if there were non-packed sections of that stadium, they didn't show them on TV.
The lower bowl was full,
but like
it's just the top was empty.
Pack the Jungle had some good videos on Twitter before the game, and it might have been even a photo that Ronnie posted we kept referencing, but like that looked like a lot of fun. And maybe it's because we hadn't had that in so long, but just being a part of that atmosphere, how cool was that, Ronnie, to have that again?
Yeah, I kind of got that feeling when I was driving Thursday. Just kind of my fault. What was I saying?
You were driving on Thursday.
I was driving Thursday to Charlotte. I was. Traffic was good.
10-2.
Traffic report was good. But I got that feeling too because it was the first week. Even though it wasn't a home game, you could just kind of feel the excitement and football being back and all that. And yeah, as we talked on the pregame show a week ago, the scene outside the stadium at some of the restaurants and the whole downtown area was rowdy. So yeah, that felt cool. And I think I feel like the first ECU home game, especially if it's a big game like this with a good Power 5 opponent, you kind of get that feeling too when you drive around town. You can kind of sense it a little bit. I think it picks up tomorrow, and then Saturday morning it definitely is.
Well, you can definitely do it here because we look outside and see the UB parking lot, and man, that thing's going to be packed for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
People coming in and out. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. I felt it as I was getting close to Charlotte and knowing, okay, I got a game to cover tonight, and the adrenaline of like I'm going to get home at 1 a.m. and all that, and it's pretty true.
When you watched that game live at Bank of America Stadium, did you feel like, there's really two sides to it. ECU had 2 touchdowns called back, a big Ehlers run called back. They could have been right there in that game. There's also the point that ECU kind of raised the white flag in the fourth quarter, and App State took the air out of the ball. They could have scored more if they wanted to. So did you feel like ECU was outmatched watching that game, or did you feel like they, were a couple plays away from making it a game, winning the game?
I feel like as this week has progressed, we've learned some more about. It seems like right after the game, Mike Houston said that App State did some different things on defense they weren't expecting, and then
Tyler Snead told us that on Monday.
Yep,
actually.
And yesterday, Donnie Kirkpatrick said the same type of thing. Basically, they blitzed in classic like Donnie fashion. He kind of said, "Well, the way to beat us is to blitz." It's like the short version of what he said. But yeah, that they blitzed and did some different things that really disrupted ECU that they weren't expecting. So some of it, I think, sounds like from the coaches and players was scheme. That App State did some different things, and Donnie said he talked to some of the App State coaches, and they said, "Yeah, this is what we saw and what we kind of planned to do, and it worked." So some of it, I think, is game plan and scheme, and that App State kind of hit on their keys. But the other side, honestly, is the talent, whatever, production. I wrote about it earlier in the week. Thomas Hennigan looked like the best receiver on the field.
Yeah.
Not C.J. Johnson, not Tyler Snead, not even his own. That guy was the best receiver. You look at the numbers, you look at the way it played out, he was the best guy. Chase Bryce was the best quarterback. You look at the numbers, you look at the way he played. Some of that was, the players outperformed in certain groups, and certainly in the trenches, App State got after the quarterback, and they did a better job protecting. So a lot of that's tied to each other. But, App State, I just think, played really well. And ECU, didn't play well in certain aspects, and that was costly.
Ronnie, what was the I guess Mike Houston had a pretty serious tone following yesterday's practice.
He did.
Kind of gone from a confidence and belief in his team to all right, we got to get things straight pretty quickly here. And looking at the schedule, at Marshall is going to be tough. Pirates should be able to beat Charleston Southern the following week, but they open up the conference slate at Tulane. This thing could get away pretty quick if you don't get a handle on it now. What was the reason for the serious tone, you think, yesterday from him after a Wednesday practice?
Yeah, being out there at practice at the beginning part, there wasn't a ton of energy, I thought, and it's tough because we only get to see the very beginning, so they're basically warming up. Just the little portion we saw, and then we kind of learned again through interviews and whatnot at the end that there was some type of, not incident, but something at the end where maybe some of the players thought practice was over, Donnie Kirkpatrick said, but it wasn't. With the field goal special teams, what do they do kind of at the end? So I think Mike Houston being short and kind of mad to some extent stemmed from that, the end of practice, that it wasn't crisp. Some guys were, I don't know if it's loafing or thought it was over or walked off the field, whatever it was, something happened that it wasn't crisp in the way that they wanted to be, the coaching staff wanted it to be. So that, kind of stemmed over. You could tell, obviously, by body language that kind of poured into the media session. And first time I think Mike Houston, at least recently, usually he gives an opening statement and says, hey guys, practice went like this or whatever. And questions. He just walked up and he stared and he goes, questions.
I think we got it. Shirley, do you have Mike Houston part 1 ready to go? Let's hear that. He only talked 5+ minutes, and I think I split it in half here, basically. Let's hear part 1 of Mike Houston from Wednesday.
Questions?
How have the guys bounced back the last 2 days of practice?
Thought they practiced hard. Got a lot to improve on. Got a lot to prove to a lot of people.
Because you was spirited there at the end of practice. Things kind of got loud.
Yeah. There's an urgency about it now. They don't. You play for wins and losses. We ain't just going out there just to play. So you got to take it serious. Every rep counts.
The South Carolina rushing game presents problems for a lot of people this year. It's going to present problems for everybody. What's the remedy in terms of trying to at least neutralize them a little bit?
Well, we got to win up front. We got to do a better job of controlling our gaps. Got to do a great job tackling. Harris is a dang good back. Those other kids are good too now. Those other kids had big nights the other night without him. So, there's a reason they're playing in the SEC.
Where are you at kind of going on that with the South Carolina quarterback situation? Do you prepare for both guys, or how are you just kind of handle that?
We'll be ready for whoever they put out there.
I imagine it's a pretty big game for Rajay. Just growing up as a South Carolina kid, do you have to talk to him at all, or do you just kind of let him go at a game like this?
Nah, he knows the deal. He exactly knows the deal. That's a great thing about games like this.
So what's your game plan to get him more involved?
Well, he's one of our starting tailbacks. So, we plan to give him the ball. I think he had 13 touches the other night. Yeah, we want to get him more than that.
Can you give us a little bit of a review of how things went today?
Physical, good effort, competitive.
What is the guys' mentality going into finishing up this practice and going into the game Saturday?
Well, it's a 12 o'clock kickoff, so the heavy lifting is done. We got to have a sharp practice tomorrow, and they got to do a good job taking care of their bodies. We haven't went quite as long. The last couple of afternoons, a period or so shorter. But they've got to do a great job taking care of their bodies. Make sure they do a good job of their nutrition and hydration, get a good night's sleep, because 12 o'clock is going to come quick. So, the mental preparation for the kind of game we got to play is important, and then, physically getting our bodies ready to go, because we want to play like our freaking hair's on fire.
What would you rather play, a 12 noon game or a 7 p.m.?
They don't really care what I think. They pick whatever. I'd rather play a little bit later in the afternoon like the rest of our fan base, but they don't ask us, so.
There's Mike Houston from Wednesday's post-practice as he was asked questions and answered them quickly.
Yep.
And physically, Ronnie. And you were trying to ask about the quarterback, and Mike Houston said, Shane Beamer said on Sunday that he's not going to announce a starter.
Yeah.
So Mike Houston says whatever, he can't control that. He's going to try to prepare for both. You have been trying to dissect this from both angles, Ronnie. I saw you tweeted it, and we referenced it on Pirate Radio Live earlier this week. I guess the South Carolina offensive coordinator, I feel like this really tips the hand where he says, quote, "This week we've really pushed him," being Luke Doty, more of 100% reps to see what he can do and make sure his foot is where it needs to be. I'm anxious to see when we get to game time if he'll be ready to go or not, but he looked good today, end quote. That was a couple days ago or yesterday. I mean, if they're giving him 100% of reps of practice, looks like he's going to be the guy on Saturday, I would think.
And it's funny, too. I was actually texting with my uncle about this the other day. He used to cover South Carolina for years. And the coordinators, and that's why it was interesting that I wanted to watch that video. The coordinators really tell what's going on with personnel a lot of times more than the head coaches. You can get a vibe, I think, with them. So I think that's important that it came from the offensive coordinator, because Shane Beamer's going to do what a head coach is supposed to do and go up there and say, "Oh, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything." But sometimes the coordinators, certainly here with...
Even by accident.
Yeah, like you can ask them a question and ask the head coach the same question. You're going to get a different or maybe sometimes more little nuggets if you kind of know how to pick it out from the coordinator.
Mike Houston talked for 5 minutes yesterday. Donnie talked for 20, literally.
Yeah,
that is not hyperbole. That is the fact on what happened.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I think that's telling. It sounds like, and I listened to Beamer, too, to be fair, and he said he was pretty honest and said the key with Doty, who played receiver part of last year, so he's definitely an athletic guy, is whether he can run or not. They need to be able to trust him to run. It sounds like if he can't run,
he's not that valuable to him.
Yeah. That they don't want him out there being a pocket passer.
Sounds like the old RG3 thing.
Yeah.
If he can't run, then why put him at quarterback?
Yeah. So that seems. So I guess that's what he means by we're giving him all these reps to test his foot.
Yeah.
To see how it holds up. So they have been, I feel like, somewhat transparent in this, and that's what it comes down to is can he run or not. It sounds like if he can, he's going to play. I got to think he's going to play unless just physically they don't trust him.
Let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll continue on our Bud Light ECU report. We'll try to hit some Donnie K, maybe some Blake Harrell, but more on ECU and South Carolina with Ronnie Woodward. If you have a question or comment, you can drop it on Facebook, Twitter, or give us a call. We're live, 317-1250. You can do that as well. More to go on Pirate Radio Live when we return after this. At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2021 Buick Encore GX. Save over $3,000 or 0% financing for 72 months. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty on all new and pre-owned vehicles.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
Come pop a top this ECU football season at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit qualityequip.com.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is sponsored by Signs and Tint, Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more. Visit Sign and Tint today at 801 Staten Road in Greenville, or book an appointment online at signsandtint.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina for over 83 years. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, Clip Brock, Ronnie Woodward here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming up at 5 o'clock, Troy D will be alongside. We'll talk to Rick Smith for the first time this football season, get his thoughts on what he saw against Appalachian State and coming up against South Carolina. And Ronnie, I still think the defense takes another step in 2021. We didn't really see that against App State. They had the stop to start the third quarter, I thought could have been big, especially if that Hail Mary would have stood. Because if that would have happened and you got that stop, you had a chance to tie the game at that point. So at times the defense stood tall. They held them to field goals instead of touchdowns at times. But too many run lanes, too many receivers running open for Chase Bryce to hit. And Kevin Monroe, whose opinion I respect, watched it live and did not rewatch it before he joined us on Friday. But he said from the naked eye what he saw, it was more linebackers than D-line, the issue in the run game, where guys weren't coming up and making plays and filling the proper lanes and things like that. I don't know. What did you notice from ECU getting gashed on the run Thursday night from your perspective?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was just not getting off blocks. And maybe that lines up with not being in the right spots. Like, I don't think there was a ton of missed tackles. Just off the top of my head, I don't think there was a lot of times where they got to the spot and missed the play. I'm sure there's some of that in a football game, obviously. But yeah, Blake Harrell yesterday, defensive coordinator, talked about that a lot. Of they played too lateral, of going side to side and getting caught up in blocks and schemes and not getting through blocks and making a play. So I think that was it. And some of that, I guess, probably is linebackers because they don't have somebody immediately, a lineman in front of them. They're supposed to roam and get to the ball. So maybe they didn't get at the ball quick enough. But, App State ends up with 2 100-yard rushers, and that's not the way you draw it up when you're trying to stop the run. And this week again, Miles Berry was really good on Tuesday with us during the media session and said, we got to stop the run. We know it's a big point of emphasis. And then I asked him, well, that was kind of the deal last week too, and what happened? And he said, same thing. You got to get a push. You got to get in the backfield. You got to create 3rd and long. If you run the ball in 1st and 10, you get 4 or 5 yards. 2nd and 5, then it's 3rd and short. That seems like that's the key, is getting some negative plays.
And man, we were burned on some of those, Chandler, weren't we?
There was a 3rd and long.
The touchdown pass, maybe, or they had a big play.
It was a first down for a big play.
Yeah. And
talk about like the 3rd and 13.
Yeah. That was a 3rd and 9, I want to say.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
It just seemed like the cornerbacks had a lot of cushion on those receivers, especially on those 3rd and long situations. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Got to clean that up for this Saturday. Ronnie, I thought about you when I saw this. This was a tweet. Like, what's important to people that watch the news and watch local stations? This is News 2 down in South Carolina. News 2 announces program change for Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy on Thursday. Because of the NFL kickoff season opener, the popular game shows will not air on News 2. Instead, you can watch them on our sister channel, Low Country CW. So I don't know if this will affect us here in Eastern North Carolina, but Ronnie, as a avid Jeopardy watcher, I want you to be aware tonight.
Well, the good news is Jeopardy's between seasons.
So there's no like new eps.
Yeah, there's reruns right now.
So is that why there's no college football tonight, because of the opening kickoff?
Jeopardy?
No, I saw that too, Chandler. I looked at the Thursday schedule and saw no games, and I guess opening night they don't want to go against the NFL.
I guess so.
Smart. How many games is there in the NFL? 2?
No, just one.
Just one.
They used to do on opening night like the late Chargers versus the
Monday
Raiders.
night. You're thinking Monday night.
But they're doing that this week?
They are not.
Nope. It's just the depleted Ravens and the Raiders.
I like the NFL Monday night doubleheader.
Oh, I do too. It starts at what, 5?
It starts a little earlier, yeah.
And the second game was always the B team announcer squad.
Yeah.
And it was like 1:30 a.m.
I'm excited about the Mannings. I watched an interview yesterday with Eli and Peyton Manning, and that seems like it's going to be a lot of fun.
They're doing a watch-along type thing on ESPN2.
It's going to be like at a bar.
Which is going to take for Monday night,
okay.
which is going to take away a lot of ESPN's audience, I think, and put it on ESPN2, which is all the same. But I think a lot of people will tune into that, myself included, on Monday night.
Too.
All right, let's see. Back to this one, Ronnie. Snead, Johnson, 4 catches apiece. Snead, 27 yards, not enough. That was a major positive I took out of that game. Is something I wanted to see for years, and that's getting the running backs involved in the passing game.
Definitely.
Now, can we do that and have Snead and CJ have big games too? Because that could lead to wins. I didn't want one or the other. I wanted both to happen. But impressed with Rajay and Keaton obviously catching the ball, and he had the long catch and run. But got to get more to our playmakers on offense this Saturday.
Definitely. I tweeted it out as soon as it happened, but the Keaton Mitchell touchdown was literally like Skip Holtz must have left a playbook sheet somewhere in the ECU football offices from like 2001 whatever that would be, 4 or 5, somewhere in there.
It was the play in the Hawaii Bowl where Greg Hudson points to the end zone.
It was.
I had flashbacks to
like
that.
Southern Miss. I mean, every game they ran that play with Chris Johnson like 12 times.
That game in Memphis where he had like 300 total yards or whatever.
And it would work half the time. So like a handful of times you got Chris Johnson to break free, and a lot of times it was a 60-yard touchdown. Or he would get 10, 20 yards and get run out of bounds. But yeah, that was a pretty simple kind of swing pass. He had some blockers, and he just outran everybody. So yeah, that, and I've seen it at practice, scrimmages and stuff too. Rajay Harris can catch the ball in the backfield. He did it in games last year. So yeah, screen passes can work too, especially if you're getting blitzed a lot. How do you offset that? Is you dump screen passes. Those can be dangerous too, because ECU, to its credit, tried it against App State a few times, and there was so much rush. There was just too many people there where I feel like Holton just couldn't find the running back to throw it to, or the throw was off or whatever. But there's some execution that has to be involved in screen passes to really work. But that's a deal that they're definitely, I think should use and will use, and swing passes. And I wouldn't mind seeing Keaton in like the slot, and do the little like jet sweep toss, shovel pass type thing. Like any of those things I think can work, because I'm with you. I'm leaning it more and more that those are your two best playmakers.
Mitchell and Harris.
Maybe Mitchell and Sneed from like the big play aspect, but I think Keaton Mitchell, he showed, and whatever that website was, that he was the fastest player in week 1 in college football. You get him in space. He is Chris Johnson. I hate to say that, but that's literally what turned around the ECU program in that era, was Chris Johnson and the offensive staff. No, them realizing,
and a stacked defensive line, but maybe turn around the offense.
It did. They realized, all right, we're gonna just get him the ball. And he was just a workhorse for his senior year and his junior year of whatever it is, screen pass, sweep, run, put him in the slot. They just got him the ball however many ways they could.
Well, on those teams, we had a guy, and it was CJ, and then it went to Dwayne.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Then it went to
Jones and Hardy.
I guess Hardy and Jones, but
they're different players.
That was but Dwayne and CJ were really they're our best player.
Yep.
Let's find a trillion different ways to get him the ball.
Punt return.
Maybe we'd have to do that with Keaton Mitchell in 2021.
I think it could be trending that way. That's just me, but I think he's your most explosive player to hit some big plays, to take some pressure off the defense, to not have to string together 15 play drives to score. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops, because obviously that was really the best thing that worked week 1. One of the only things that worked was getting him on that path and letting him go.
Ronnie Woodward joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll talk to Ronnie at 9 a.m. coming up Saturday morning on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Chandler, can you take us to break? We need to get another break in. We'll come back and have more with Ronnie Woodward. We'll get his thoughts on what South Carolina has to offer, and do we even know? I feel like for both of these teams, still unknowns, and still, this is huge. South Carolina doesn't have a lot of easy W's or W's at all remaining on the schedule, and we're looking at ECU's path here coming up with at Marshall. 2 weeks after that, it's Tulane, and I didn't even look after that, but it's
at UCF.
At UCF.
And then at Houston.
This is a huge game for the Pirates to put a W on the resume with some really tough games coming up. So very important for both teams coming up this Saturday. We'll talk more about that when we return. Chandler Honeycutt, great job, audio and video production. We're back with you after this.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. One of the best right-handed hitters of all time. I'll make the case right after this.
There are lots of reasons to love the Carolinas. We have awesome beaches, beautiful mountains, great weather, friendly people. We have some of the best teams to root for and the best schools to be a part of. But the one reason above all others to love the Carolinas? Pepsi Cola. Somehow, it just tastes different here. Better. More refreshing. No one can really explain why. All we can guess is, it's better here because it was born here. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas.
Last month, Miguel Cabrera of the Detroit Tigers hit home run number 500. Only 28 players in the history of the game have reached that milestone. Miggy broke in with the Marlins at age 20 in 2003. After 5 years in South Florida, it was on to Detroit, where he is the face of the franchise. The numbers tell the story. Entering September, he has a career .311 batting average, 2,960 hits. He could get to 3,000 this year. If not, he'll reach that milestone early next year. Add in 1,787 RBIs and 592 doubles, plus 12 seasons of 100 runs batted in. Now in the twilight of his career at age 38, he still has 4 more years on his contract at $30 million per season. There's no question he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And there's no question he's one of the best right-handed hitters of all time. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Your office deserves a proactive tech support approach instead of always reacting to issues after the damage is done. You need BizCare. BizCare tech support and cybersecurity plans keep you ahead of potential issues and much safer from cyber threats like ransomware. What's at your office? Call William today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is ECU basketball coach Joe Dooley, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is sponsored by Signs and Tint, Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more. Visit Sign and Tint today at 801 Staten Road in Greenville or book an appointment online at signsandtint.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And speaking of UBE, Jeff Charles will be live from University Book Exchange coming up tomorrow at noon. And you can hear that right here on Pirate Radio. And, of course, you can stop by UBE while he is doing the show and say hello.
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 Looking forward to that.
Yeah, first one of the year.
Friday at noon, we'll re-air it Saturday at 7 a.m. for you early birds. Getting ready for a long tailgate on Saturday, and then tune us in at 8 o'clock for a 4-hour edition, like we do each and every week, of the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Looking forward to that. Ronnie Woodward will join us at 9 o'clock. Coming up, Ronnie will be up early with Annie anyway,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
How's Annie doing?
She's good.
Good.
Started daycare this week. That was a whole game changer for working at home. But yeah, we don't sleep much past, I don't know, something 6:30, 7.
I want to go meet Annie when she starts doing cool stuff and recognizing. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she's recognizing people now and stuff, but like when they start doing cool stuff.
Yeah, she's probably not at the cool stuff. She's at like the smiling phase. Is about the cool stuff.
Ah, that's cute.
And she can flip over a decent amount.
All right, doing a few tricks.
She's getting there, but yeah, we got some work to do.
Good
on
deal.
The whole motor system.
Yeah, understood. All right, Ronnie, did you threw out a prediction last week, didn't you?
What? I think I skated around it for the most part.
Yeah.
I might have said ECU wins close or something. I don't remember.
I had App State winning close. I have ECU winning this game, and I said it on the fifth quarter right after the game that I expect to bounce back. I'm getting vibes of losing to A&T, coming back with a spirited effort and beating North Carolina like they did a few years ago. I said that to someone last night, and they said, well, yeah, but North Carolina won like 2 or 3 games that year. Well, how many games is South Carolina going to win this year? I got them winning 2 or 3 games. I think it's a similar spot for East Carolina to come back and pick up a win at home in front of a pretty good crowd. So I like the bounce back. I thought the line would be South Carolina by 6, 7, something like that. When it opened ECU as a favorite, I was surprised, but honestly, it made me feel better about the Pirates' chances of winning this game. So I'm on the Pirates side. More so just kind of gut feel watching sports for 39 years, these bounce back games. And I just feel like the Pirates are in a good spot here. They are kind of desperate, I feel like, too, to win this game coming up on Saturday. So I don't know. That's my feeling. What's your gut feeling for this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're spot on. I was looking at South Carolina's schedule, too. I mean, their last 5 games, Texas A&M, Florida, Missouri, Auburn, Clemson. How about being an SEC and having to close with Clemson every year? They play Troy. Troy's a decent program. I don't know if they're good this year or not.
They play Vanderbilt. That's a dub.
Yeah, Vanderbilt for sure.
Vanderbilt just lost to East Tennessee State or somebody like that.
Vanderbilt's the worst team in the SEC, but I think South Carolina's next to worst or next to last. But they play at Georgia next week. It's a bear. So that's the tricky thing that I'm with you. When you look at ECU's schedule, Marshall, Charleston Southern, then you go Tulane, UCF, Houston. You got to figure out a combo to win 2 or 3 of those games. Whether that's Charleston Southern, South Carolina, and Tulane, or Marshall, whatever, Tulane, Houston, Charleston Southern, whatever it is. But South Carolina is probably thinking the same thing. Like, they're not going to beat Georgia. They're not going to beat Auburn and Clemson and Florida and whoever else I said, Kentucky. So both teams legitimately probably think they need and should and can win this game. So
we're calling this a Super Bowl, folks. This is a crucial game for both of these teams.
It is. I agree.
Week 2 of the season, yeah, I know, but it's super important for both sides.
And with South Carolina, Shane Beamer, it's his second game, so his leash is plenty long and all that. And I think Mike Houston's is as well, but there's some pressure to not have a losing season. I mean, look, I said it, a South Carolina radio show interviewed me today. They asked what's the urgency level, or why is there pressure on ECU to win this game or something like that. And ECU's had 6 straight losing seasons. They've never had 7 in school history. So this team, players, coaches, whatever, don't want to be that team that extends the longest losing streak in school history. But, so like there's pressure to get a winning season. And not even pressure as much as desire or whatever. Holton Aylor says it all the time. We want to go to a bowl. We're going to go to bowl. I mean, if that's the goal, then you got to mix in some wins here in some of these games. So I don't know. I still don't have a great feel on which way it's going to go. I'm with you. I think ECU is going to play spirited and better. I worry about up front on both sides a little bit. South Carolina could have a big edge there. And does the crowd play a factor? I think those are the things I'm kind of feeling at this point.
Ross says game 2, and we're already at, quote, this is a must-win game.
We never said must-win game. I was careful not to say that.
It's not, but it's very important if you want to get to 6, I think.
Yeah.
And
if you don't win this one, you better beat Marshall.
It's very important to keep fans engaged, because as we ran through that schedule again with Marshall, you're going to beat Charleston Southern, but then Tulane, UCF, Houston. At the end of the year, the record might look okay, but you start the season with a swell of losses like that. People lose interest. People stop going to games. People stop caring. So that's why it's important.
It's tough to keep the team, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like that was some of the downfall of the Scotty
Ross said,
Montgomery.
I'm not saying y'all said that. I'm saying that.
Oh, okay.
So Ross
There
has
we go.
this as a must-win game.
He's owning it. I feel like that was a downfall of some of the Scotty Montgomery era. Not so much his first year, but after that was starting 1-4, 1-5, 1-6. Then it's tough. I mean, look, these are 19, 20-year-old kids. Hey, go all out on Tuesday and Wednesday and practice really hard. If you got one win and you're halfway through the season, that's just a tough deal for anybody. So, not saying that's going to happen with the ECU team this year, but they need to get some wins to avoid that happening, basically. And we're 1 week in, so there's time to do it. But
absolutely.
These first three games, App State, South Carolina, Marshall, you could have asked me 2 weeks ago, and I could have given you any combination of 3-0, 0-3, 2-1, 1-2, and I still think that's the same thing. Could be 2-1, could be 0-3. They're all toss-up games, and the first one went the other direction. So here's the second one. Which way does this one go? And I think Marshall still is winnable. I know people have seen the Marshall Navy score and say, "Oh, you can't go win there," but I still
I'm really down on that one for some reason. I was talking to somebody about it last night, a Pirate fan, after or during trivia at AJ's, and he said we could have the damn 91 team roll back in. If we go to Marshall, I'd still be nervous. And I was thinking about, wasn't it a Cardin team that went there the last week of the regular season and got stomped with a chance to win the East Side? Yeah. And what was that, Rakeem Cato probably, and those guys putting up a ton of points. So
Ahmad Bradshaw used to be the running back, who was good.
He was really good for the Giants. So yeah, I don't know. I if there's one to get in the next 2 weeks, I feel like it's this one.
You think it's this one?
I think so. Eric is heading into town. He says his free boot still going on. Oh yeah, and we'll be selling our brand new Pirate Vibes only tie-dye shirts at Free Boot Friday. We were rocking those game day last week, and you can pick up one of those at Free Boot Friday. So go check out us
what time
on
does it
Friday.
Start? Do you know?
Free Boot Friday starts at
5:30.
5:30. Thank you, Troy D. in relief.
That was
Troy
loud.
D. 5:30.
That was good.
Speaking of loud, can we hear Fernando Fry's interview again, Shirley? Do you have that?
This is the best.
Let's hear Fernando Fry talking to the media, and that was something.
While she's pulling it up, Ronnie, were you there asking questions when this happened?
Yeah, but I couldn't ask a question. Like Steven deserves MVP because he was just firing them off, and I was just standing over there like, I'm not going to ask anything.
Fernando Fry deserves MVP because he was answering the questions to his best ability, and I would have been like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask them the Malcolm Gray.
I just stood there. I was like, it's impossible to do this.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
That was one part of Tuesday. Let's hit the other part with Fernando Fry.
Fernando, when you guys rewatched the App game, kind of what were the big takeaways for the offense?
Ric Flair!
I think we left a lot.
I'll never hear that without laughing.
There's a lot of corrections that need to be made.
I mean, we can let it roll just to hear a few more Ric Flairs.
Is that we need all 11 to be on the same page, and we had too many mistakes on our part. That really was a downfall for us on that State game.
Let's hear another one.
Can we get another Ric Flair?
Let's get another one.
It was kind of one guy here or there. It wasn't like the same guy every time. So like you kind of mentioned there, but how important is it to have those small mistakes wiped out?
It always happens right as I goes done asking a question too. Like there's that moment of silence, and then it's just Jeff Charles yelling Ric Flair in the background. We talked to Jeff about this.
Ronnie is crying.
I lost it because that's the best part. I didn't realize the timing of it.
Oh yeah.
And so I've listened. This is I think the first time I've
Puts
listened
more
to it.
pressure on everybody else on the field. So if I'm not
he does it
doing
again.
my
Yeah,
job
let's keep it.
What was the key to the offense?
then that's putting more pressure on the 10.
So
the 10
Jeff
others.
says this was for something they're going to have in stadium on Saturday.
Where they guessed like the
I think we.
And he said, Clip, I went home and I thought of a lot more wrestlers I should have said.
And go toe to toe with anybody.
The first one's the best because Steven asked something about like what's the key to the offense.
Ric Flair. Hit it from the beginning one more time, Charlotte.
First one's the best.
Just to hear it.
Fernando, when you guys rewatched the app game,
They rewatched the tape.
Takeaways for the offense.
Hey, they were in Charlotte, right?
What were the takeaways from App State's offense? Ric Flair.
Woo.
Oh man,
They were in Flair country.
I hadn't laughed that hard in a while.
It is. It's so good. So
And Fernando Fry didn't miss a beat.
No,
did not bat an eye.
I this is the first time I've listened to it like in full, without. I lived it. So
Yeah.
it's much funnier listening it than standing there.
Oh boy, good stuff. All right, Ronnie, thanks for joining us today, man. We will talk to you coming up Saturday, 9 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Follow Ron at Ronnie W11 on Twitter.
Yeah.
And pumping out some articles. So
Yeah, I covered Board of Trustees stuff today.
Anything good?
I have that. I thought the personally most interesting thing was Gone Gilbert.
Gilbert.
I can't talk now. Oh man, I'm still
Ric
in
Flair.
Ric Flair mode. John Gilbert talked about some conference realignment, just his thoughts. He didn't give names of schools, obviously, but talked about how basically the TV contract is tied for the American to a lot of this. You know, that they need to protect the TV contract. What you lose, you need to try and gain as much prestige to keep. Because I guess when schools leave and conferences expand, that type of stuff, the TV deals then are subject to change. You know, ESPN can say, whoa, we're going to pay you less money because this happened. You know, with like the Big 12, Texas, and Oklahoma leaving, obviously that affects that contract, etc. So, yeah, I'll have that in the reflector here the next few days. We talked about some NIL stuff, so some different kind of interesting big picture topics.
And they're expecting around 40 for the game on
low
Saturday.
40s.
Low
Yep.
40s. All right, we'll take a break. Ronnie, thank you, man. Enjoyed it.
You got it.
We're going to call you Saturday. You coming by?
I can come here, then I'll go to the game.
Come on.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll see you Saturday.
All right.
Bring your ass with that sissy gray shirt.
Hey, I got a sister gray shirt on over there. Take a time out. Come back when we return. Rick Smith joins us for the first time in the 2021 football season. We'll talk to Coach Smith. Troy D will be here. I got tons of audio, too, if we have time to get to as well. It's coming up in Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this. Fans, be sure to purchase your game day tickets in advance online at woodducksbaseball.com or by calling the team office at Granger Stadium. Ticket prices for Sunday through Thursday are just $7, and Friday and Saturday tickets are $12. To book your group tickets or purchase season tickets, call our front office at 252-686-5154. Go Woodies!
Relax. Take a load off. You've earned it. This Labor Day at Bostic Sugg Furniture, you don't have to work hard to save on all the comforts of home. Come in during our Labor Day sale and shop huge in-stock savings on the best seats in the house. Plus, for a limited time, with any recliner, get a free stainless steel insulated tumbler with the always guaranteed lowest price, local delivery for just $20.21 and the best brands. This is the Labor Day sale you don't want to miss. Right now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Pirate Nation, the newest sports bar is Quarters Bar and Grill, offering gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors Greenville has never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Quarters Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Quarters Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
The Rick House, Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar, has great specials throughout the week, like $10 Tuesdays. Get 8 traditional wings and a draft beer for just $10. Wednesday night is date night, 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Friday is Smokehouse night with the best ribs and brisket around. Saturday is Italian night featuring all of our made-from-scratch pastas along with 2 glasses of wine. And on Sunday is the legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you one who's been waiting before trying CBD? ENS Hemp is the area leader in CBD, and they want to educate you on how their products work. Get relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD today at ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road near Sam Jones Barbecue, or online at eshempcompany.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday, getting you set for East Carolina and South Carolina. Coming up Saturday at noon, Troy D is alongside, and for the first time this football season, we're welcoming in Coach Rick Smith to the Pirate Radio studios. Coach Smith, great to see you.
It's always good to see you guys.
I just had someone ask me yesterday, so when is Coach Smith coming back on the show? I said, funny you ask. Your wish is granted. Today, right now, is the day.
We put out the Coach Smith bat signal, and he appeared.
What would that look like, Coach?
Some people might have thought I'd passed away.
He's still kicking and ready to go.
Josh Hawkins would say that's a big middle finger in the sky that you put out there.
Yeah, that might be the Coach Smith signal, depending on who you ask.
Yeah. Oh, Josh.
Well, I tell you what, we'll get into what you saw from ECU App State. We'll talk about what you want to see from the Pirates all year in 2021 and preview East Carolina, South Carolina. Shirley, let's go ahead and get a break in now, and we'll come back. We'll have Coach Smith. We'll have we got comments from Mike Houston, Blake Carroll, Donnie Kirkpatrick, and we'll make you a winner this hour. Open up the booty bag. A huge Hour 3 on tap on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
%0 alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ronnie's Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ronnie's Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates. Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, Defense Coordinator for East Carolina Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA is the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $1,000 a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All righty, back with you on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Looking forward to a full game day Saturday here in the Pirate Radio studios. We'll be with you 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to kickoff after the game, the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show, taking your calls until the last caller is served. And also another edition for Saturday, we'll have the UBE Pirate Preview at 7 a.m. That show will be live Friday at noon. Troy D with the voice Jeff Charles live at UBE coming up on Friday.
Yeah, we didn't do that show at all last year due to the COVID situation, so glad that's going to be coming back in. Friday ought to be bumping here in downtown Greenville, as I know there are some rain showers in the greater Greenville area right now, but coming up Friday, perfect weather for the first Freeboot Friday in a couple years. That'll be open to the public at the 5 Points Plaza right across the studios of Pirate Radio Clip. So we're excited about that. It'll start at 5:30, go to about 8:39, and once again, it is free. You mentioned we'll be debuting the brand new Pirate Radio t-shirts there that look phenomenal. First time we've ever done tie-dye, by the way. And game day forecast, if you're wondering about that for the tailgate, sunny and 82 degrees. With a low. How about this? When you wake up in the morning, though, because some folks might be getting up early. It is a noon kickoff. You might get out there a little earlier to tailgate. The low Saturday, this could be Saturday evening too, 55 degrees.
Good grief.
So you'll have a swing from 55 to the low as the low to 82 as the high. But it should be perfect by noon. Low humidity, just ideal tailgating and football weather Saturday Clip.
I thought it'd be later in the year before Shirley and I went in sweatpants mode, but could be happening this Saturday.
It could be possible hoodie material for the first part of the tailgate.
That's right.
And I'll tell you this, too. I thought about this. You mentioned it. In fact, we didn't even talk about it. You mentioned it earlier in the show. I do believe this may not be the last time ECU ever plays an SEC team, but I think this may be the last time ECU ever plays an SEC team in Greenville, North Carolina. I think if you want to see this, you better get out there Saturday, because I don't think it's ever going to happen again. I don't think ECU will ever get an SEC team to come to Greenville again after this one.
The way the world of college football scheduling goes these days, it does look pretty bleak as far as getting one of those teams here.
Yeah, so this is to say you were there, you better be there Saturday. And, I'm not being paid to say that. I'm just saying that.
Who would pay you to say that?
The ECU. Hey, pump up the tickets. There's still a few out there.
Tell them we're not scheduling SEC games anymore at home.
And it's not that we wouldn't want to. I just don't think we can.
Robert says no shin sweating.
No shit. It is not a shin sweat game.
All right, good.
So you can have your shins exposed. I do not think they will be sweaty.
Sweaty.
No.
Sweaty twins.
Usually it's got to get up to a 90 plus and a high humidity day, which is possible in these early September games, for what I have deemed a shin sweat game, when you just sit there, coach, and your shins sweat. You know it's hot. When you're not doing anything, you're not working out, you're just sitting there in your seat and you're drenched in sweat, especially your shins that normally don't sweat. Any game could be an armpit game. This is a shin sweat. This is not a shin sweat game. Hopefully it's not an armpit game, by the way, too.
2 for 2 on pretty good weather.
Yes,
to start this
we're on a roll.
So let's keep that going.
Yeah, on a positive.
Coach Smith, how you doing, sir?
Doing great.
You look great, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Coach Smith, one of the healthiest guys I know.
You look the same as you did in 2005, the first time I laid eyes on you, Coach.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I think you're lying, but
really,
I'll take it.
No, you do. You look the same.
I think you do. Yeah. Coach, let's look back before we look ahead and get your thoughts on last Thursday night. ECU losing 33-19 to Appalachian State. What stood out to you in that football game?
Well, watching the game, I got curious about the number of first downs they had. You know, they only had, like, I think 12 series.
Who is they?
South Carolina.
South Carolina, okay. No, you mean App State.
Appy State.
Okay.
Well, now Appy State had 12 series, and that's what I've always said. That's a possession first down. Now, how many first downs did they make within those 12 possessions? See what I'm saying? How many first downs you think they had in the game?
How many total first downs did App State have?
He asked me this earlier. I'm going to tell you my guess. But don't answer. I mean, don't tell him. What do you think?
Shocked.
20, 25.
I said 20.
It's 30.
Yeah.
And what amazed me was there was exactly 15 runs and 15 passes. But what shocked me was the 15 passes, they averaged 15 yards a throw, and the runs, they averaged basically 7 yards a crack. So just on first down, they had 324 yards of offense, which was over half what they had on first down. They averaged 10.8 per play on first down. Well, hell, it's hard to win when you're giving up.
That's a first down every time. Yeah, just about on average.
And that's why we didn't stop them, you know.
They were doing pretty much what they wanted to do, and those numbers say that. Running the football, and then when Bryce went back to throw, he was hitting some open receivers.
Well, I always felt like, you know, like one of our goals was defensively, and I still think that to have a great football team, you got to have a great defense. And I believe that.
Now, for folks that don't know, a newer fan, you come from the defensive side of things. For folks that aren't familiar,
but the passes, for instance, now on first down, plus 34, plus 9, plus 15, plus 15, plus 7, plus 9, plus 12, plus 20, plus 18, plus 68, plus 10, and then the runs, you know, plus 7, plus 21, plus 19, plus 19, plus 6, plus 12. I mean, that's on first down, so it's very difficult to get off. I used to think third down was the most important down, but after that game, I'm thinking maybe first down is pretty important. But
and they hit a couple of third and longs off the top of my head, but obviously you're going to have a lot more success if it's 3rd and 9 than if it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, the way they're doing. Coach, what do you think about East Carolina? Couldn't really get home, couldn't really get to Bryce. They sacked him one off the top of my head, maybe twice, but they were sending extra guys and weren't getting there. Did you notice that Thursday night?
But now, you know, their offensive line was pretty good. They had 3 seniors, and I believe the 3 seniors were 5th-year guys. I've got it written down.
Jeff Charles said, we told him last week, this was the most experienced team he's ever seen on paper.
It might be the oldest team in America for college football.
Now, we're going to see that a lot this year with guys returning, but App State in particular
they're all 6-year guys.
They had 8 guys on offense that were seniors and 8 on defense that were seniors. And
some will refer to them as super seniors because they're not just seniors. They aren't 4-year guys. These are 5 or 6-year.
3 of the offensive linemen for them was a 5th year. They were 5th-year guys. So 3 of them were in their 5th year, and then the other 2 were both redshirt juniors, so they were in their 4th year. So their offensive line was very experienced.
No doubt it was. What did you see? I talked to Kevin Monroe, color analyst on the Pirates IMG Sports Network after the game, and asked him about App State gashing ECU on the run. He said, and it was a little bit of both, but he said our linebackers have to do a better job. I was thinking it was more D-line getting pushed around. He kind of put the onus on the linebackers not being in the correct spots and coming up and making the tackles. What did you see?
Well, I know a couple of times, you know, I saw the defensive linemen getting double-teamed, and like they turned out on the 9 technique defensive end, and they doubled down on the 3 technique, and I could have ran through the hole and there was nobody there.
Somebody's got to be there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and a lot of people don't understand it. Gap control, anytime they pull a guard or put a running back in that gap, well, that gap just became 2 gaps. So when they run an isolation or they pull the guard around, say they pull the guard around for a power play, you better have somebody underneath that pulling guard, because that's a gap between him and the guard. Well, outside that pulling lineman is also a gap between him and the offensive tackle. So anytime somebody pulls, that backside linebacker's got to run with the puller. You got to have two butts in that gap, in that hole, because
two butts, you say?
Yeah.
Shirley? He said two butts?
It's two little butt cheeks.
In the gap.
Which that would be technically 4 butt cheeks in that case.
Well, to make it simple for people, if somebody runs an ISO, which is a fullback or somebody coming in that gap to block, well, there's a gap on each side of him, so you got to have 2 people in that gap. Well, it's no different if they pull a guard. The guard wraps around the center and goes in, say, B gap. There better be somebody underneath that pulling lineman, and there better be somebody outside that pulling lineman.
Well, we ran into a run-first team last week, and guess what? We're running into another one this week. South Carolina, Kevin Harris had over, 1,300 yards last year. They're running back. He's supposed to be back this week for South Carolina. So they're going to look, Coach, to run the football first, just like App State did.
Now, are they that good in your opinion? They throttled Eastern Illinois.
Yeah.
Is Eastern Illinois that bad? Is South Carolina that good, or is it somewhere in the middle?
I think it's somewhere in the middle. In Eastern Illinois, last time they were, again, I don't know much about them, but I remember when there was a football coach at Florida State at one time named Daryl Mudra. And Daryl Mudra went there and took that job, and they were awful. But he actually won 10 games, I think, his second or third year. That's the last time I heard of him.
Isn't Tony Romo Eastern Illinois?
Oh, yeah. So, that's right. Do you know their nickname?
The Panthers, because I think I looked it up earlier.
Panthers.
I've talked to Corey Miller, which was an awesome conversation.
Brought back some great memories of prime time with the Pac-Man. Yeah.
And also, he's a South Carolina great, follows the program, and Tommy Suggs, the analyst on their radio network. They could not say enough about how bad Eastern Illinois was. So instead of hyping up what South Carolina did, they were saying, we still don't know what we got because we played a really bad football team last week. So
they were bad.
Kind of tough to judge what the Gamecocks have.
Speaking of former South Carolina guys, expecting Phil Petty to be at the Pirate Radio Tailgate Zone, former Gamecock quarterback and former assistant coach with you, I believe.
Yeah, Phil was
on Skip staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil was with us, I think, 3 years.
Yeah, when he was quarterback's coach.
Quarterback at South Carolina.
No, but I'm saying his role at ECU.
Quarterback
coach yes. Here, yeah. So folks longer time Pirates will remember him, but we're expecting him back in Greenville Saturday.
Good deal. Looking forward to that. Talk to him on the pregame.
Well, now, to tell you how bad the offense was for Eastern Illinois, another stat that shocked me was, how many plays do you think?
He's got the folder. He's a lot of notes on this folder. How many plays did they get, or how many first downs?
How many plays?
Total plays in the game?
Yeah, that they had on offense.
Total plays on offense, I'm going to say they had, I'm going to guess 30.
No,
44.
Good God.
Now, how many?
Lincoln Riley wanted to run 100. They got to 44.
How many times did they run it? 22 for how many yards? 31.
Well, I know they had just over 100 total yards in the game, right, Coach?
109 yards.
109 yards in a football
How many first downs they have?
How many first downs they had?
3.
All
right. Wow. I just guessed. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, that was not a great performance.
Good start for Shane Beamer Ball Jr.
Well, that's what you want in your first game, right,
yeah.
Troy? You want to blow out no matter who it is.
Now, you remember Shane was a little kid, right, Coach?
Yeah.
I mean, you used to go up against his dad.
Yeah, I remember I've actually been to a clinic, when I was a high school coach, when Coach Beamer was the head coach, and went up and, I've met his son. Of course, his son probably don't remember it because he wasn't very old.
Right.
But used to those college clinics, like high school coaches could go up, and I don't know if they do it anymore, but I'd go up sometimes and stay a couple of days, get up there. And I didn't particularly like to go to the clinics, where all the coaches, I'd like to go, just go up there by myself, maybe with a couple of coaches, and, the other coaches have more time with you because there's only 3 or 4 of you there, and it's just your staff, and they let you sit in the meetings, and I mean, you're just I mean, it's just so much better that way.
Yeah. I think I heard Igo say they blocked a couple of punts. That can't be a coincidence that a Beamer team is good on special teams. So
No.
you got to worry about that this week.
Yeah. Because that was one of his dad's characteristics, or one of the things he was known for great special teams.
What do you make of the line? There's been a lot of movement on. I've seen this reported on a lot of sports websites about how much movement there's been on this betting line. Clip, what is it currently, by the way? Just
South
curious.
Carolina by 2.
And so it's gone from South Carolina being favored to East Carolina being favored to now South Carolina being favored. I mean, this has been like a ping pong match with this line. There's sometimes some movement, but I can't remember a game that's had this much movement the week of a game. Can you, Clip, for ECU?
No, I mean, it kind of settled, I guess, starting beginning of the week, ECU by 2, so it's gone like a full 4 points in a couple of days, really.
Yeah, and I thought Donnie Kirkpatrick made a great point at the press conference the other day, Coach, and he said, look, even the worst SEC team still has 7-8 NFL guys on it. You know, so he doesn't care where they end up in the SEC. They're still a tough challenge.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're the SEC. And South Carolina, just off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. Their offensive line is huge. Their offensive line they average 6'4.5", 316. Now, this is what gets you. They have 3 fifth-year players on offensive line, and then the other 2 are 4-year juniors. 4-year juniors.
I see one looking at Coach's notes, 6'7", 342 pounds.
We had Wager McGee on the show. He references Phil Steele's magazine a lot. Phil Steele, and I couldn't believe this because South Carolina, picked near the bottom, have the 4th-ranked O-line in all the SEC, which says a whole lot.
Well, you look at the left tackle, number 75. He's a 5th-year senior. The left guard's a 3rd-year junior.
6'5", 327.
Yeah. Then the other center, 6'4", 308. He's a 5th-year guy from North Carolina. Their right guard is 6'3", 300 pound, 4th year from North Carolina. Their right tackle is 6'4", 305, 4th year from Georgia. So 3 of their offensive linemen are from North Carolina.
Yeah, the smallest guy is 6'3", 300 pounds. There's a lot of hogs on that line.
And
they might not throw the ball on Saturday. Yeah. They might just hand it off every time.
And their tight ends are, 6'4", 250, and 6'3", 230.
Clip, are you nervous?
I'm not. I got ECU winning this game.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Bounce back.
Am I doing a prediction later?
It's your world, baby. Do what you want.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to ask me for one this one.
I'll officially ask you later.
Okay, all right. I'll hold it down. I'm ready to go with it when you need it.
This is something a lot of people don't look at, but I do. On offense, they've got 6 fifth-year seniors, and they've got 2 seniors and 2 redshirt juniors. And on defense, they've got 5 redshirt seniors. Those guys are in their 5th year. They got 1 senior, then they've got 2 redshirt juniors. So, I mean, everybody that plays for them is in their 5th or 4th year. I mean, they've been shaving for quite a while.
Maybe doing more than that.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
But, you never know.
Hadn't talked much about ECU's offense, Coach. I know you look at it from a defensive perspective, but what was your thoughts on the Pirates' offense last Thursday?
Well, what did we score, 19?
Yeah. Now, 10 of those pretty late in the game when App State had maybe taken the foot off the gas.
Yeah, they didn't.
Now, they had 2 touchdowns called back
and
a long Ehlers run called back.
So
could have had more points. I think App State could have had more if they wanted more too, personally.
Yeah.
But, I'll tell you a positive. Getting the ball to the running backs out of the backfield, catching the football, was certainly a positive for ECU. Now, the problem with that is their top 2 receivers had 4 catches apiece. You got to get the ball in their hands more. But I thought the running backs catching the ball was one of the big positives. I didn't see much else that was a big positive, but how about you?
No, I didn't. I'm still old school, and I guess I still think in order to win, you better be able to run the football.
Well, I know you didn't like...
And you better be able to stop the run on defense.
You didn't like 12 carries between our running backs then. 8 to Harris and 4 to Mitchell. Which, when I heard that after the game, I was shocked. I was like, that can't be right, but it was.
Yeah.
That's just 12 carries among your top 2 backs there.
Yeah. And, was it a screen or was it what the long run?
That was on a pass.
Yeah, that was a screen.
Running back
pass,
screen.
Which, screen's just, it's like a sweep, hell.
You sound like a defensive guy that don't. I love running back screens. We got to use them more.
I do too, and I think they're hard to stop too now.
Yeah, especially with an aggressive defense, right?
Tell you what.
Breaking down the stats here with you from last week and talking about some of the guys coming up this week for South Carolina hasn't exactly gotten me fired up. It's gotten me a little concerned.
I'm concerned because
What is your outlook for Saturday? What do you think is going to happen?
I think Coach Beamer's going to come in here and he's going to say they're going to either stop the run or they're going to be bleeding. He's going to come in here and stick it right up our kazoo.
Uh-oh. This could be a damn kazoo game.
No, they're going to run the football.
That is not
our
good.
first kazoo game of the year?
We have not had a kazoo game yet. This is a kazoo game. Uh-oh. Sheesh.
I mean, he won the game with a graduate assistant at quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that guy's going to be playing this week.
Yeah.
Looks like they might be getting their regular starter back.
Maybe better for us.
Who's a dual threat guy. But no, they're going to come in. They're going to run the ball. I think. I mean, if we're going to go prediction time now, we can go ahead and do that, Troy D. What's your prediction for the game?
All right, Clip. Listen.
Well, yeah, you can just.
I just
say
want to. No.
You don't have to. Do
No.
Holden Naylors was born in Pitt Memorial Hospital.
I just want to preface this by saying, I hope I am wrong, and you don't hear that very often.
And you're often wrong. You were last week.
I was last week. Last week, I was all in on the Pirates. I really felt good about where this team was going, and I had a good feeling about it, and it did not pan out. And I was wrong. Sometimes people are wrong, Clip.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I can keep that streak going and be wrong again. And if that's what I got to do to help this program, then I will sign up and do it. But I don't feel it. I do not feel it unless there is some drastic changes. I think South Carolina is too big and too strong, and they're bringing all the momentum in here, and I don't see East Carolina winning Saturday. I see East Carolina improving from last week, but falling short to the Gamecocks.
All right.
East Carolina loses, unfortunately.
What kind of score?
I don't want to give a score.
All right.
I'm just going to say does not win.
Pirates take the L.
Yeah. And once again, I hope we're here Monday or next week, and you're playing this back and go, look what an idiot he is.
Would not be the first time.
No, it would not be the first time. And I promise will not be the last time.
Well, there's a reason they keep score.
Yeah, but I predict, unfortunately, and this is crazy because you're predicting a win.
Yeah.
What gives you where does this confidence come from, Clip Rock, who is usually, by the way, the negative guy around here?
No, you can call me the realistic guy around here.
Where does the confidence
Where
come?
I had App State beating ECU last
I've lost my confidence.
I know, because you are so emotional.
I'm not emotional, Clip. I'm totally balanced.
One game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Sorry, Malcolm.
One game, he lost his confidence. Last week, he was talking Peach Bowl. This week, he's lost his confidence. You do this every freaking year, Troy. All the time. Here's why. It's more about just watching football and not ECU football. It's a bounce-back opportunity.
It is a bounce-back
If you want to use an ECU example, they lost to A&T a few years ago.
Yep.
The world was on fire.
Oh, yeah.
They came back the next week, beat North Carolina by 30 points.
True. Yeah.
I said that to someone last night. They said, well, Carolina only won 2 or 3 games that year. South Carolina's only going to win 2 or 3 games that year. South Carolina's not that good. They are ripe for the picking.
Well,
we're going to see improvements week 1 to week 2, and the Pirates are going to win this game at home, and people are going to be back on board at least for 1 week.
Yeah. I hope that's awesome.
Yeah.
Got me feeling a little bit better now when you talk like that.
Got to take the emotion out of it.
All right, so we've got
Want to change your prediction? You want to change the prediction?
Who are you talking to?
You.
No.
He got you called into it now?
No. I feel better about it. I hope I'm wrong. All right, so Clip says win. I say loss. Coach Smith, what do you say?
We can't stop the run. They're going to win.
So is that we can't stop? Is that a statement or question?
Is there an if, or you're saying we can't?
If we can't stop the run.
There's an if.
Okay. I need to know if we can or can't, so you got to go win or loss here.
Well, I'm always going to say we're going to win.
All right, let's go faux Coach Rick Smith. What does he say?
They're going to lose.
They're going to lose if they can't stop the run.
I mean,
faux coach Rick Smith, I need a yes or no, win or lose.
Well, I'm always going to say they're going to win.
See, I thought faux Rick Smith would go the opposite.
Nah, he's positive too, apparently.
All right.
Right.
How you like faux Rick Smith over there, Coach?
He's good.
He's pretty good.
Okay.
And it's not just faux Rick Smith, the talk. It's the mannerisms that he's really got it got down.
I actually do have a question for you. Where did you get that shirt? Because I really like it.
I have this shirt.
I got this shirt when I was still working.
Yeah, that's a coach's size. I have that shirt. One of the coaches.
Hey, Troy has it too.
I should have worn it. We could have been twinsies.
Well, here's another question. Where the hell is mine?
I could give my shirt to faux Rick Smith, and then we could get a team photo with you two guys.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
get some glasses on. Coach, you got some cool gear. Like I said, you look like you did when you coached.
We could do a podcast with y'all too. Real coach and faux coach.
Rick on Rick.
But I tell you what, it's great having him back in studio. I love seeing him come in the door with that folder. He's going to break it down.
And let me tell you something. For those that haven't seen I want to keep one of these folders one time when you don't need it anymore. It's got writing on the front, on the back, on the inside, and there's not an inch on the folder that isn't used.
Do you use a different folder every week?
Yes.
So you just have like a stash of folders?
Yeah, I have a folder for each team.
There's so much information on it. Do you keep these folders when you're done? So you never throw them out, like they're filed away?
Yeah.
Like literally a file folder.
Wow.
See, like...
how many folders do you think you have like this at home?
Oh, a whole...
What do you got, like a filing cabinet or something you keep them in?
I've got stuff that I took notes in 1971 when Bobby Bowden got the head job at Florida State.
When I was born, Coach.
Wow.
I got notes from clinics I went to in the 70s, 80s. I keep everything, but it had to come to coaching.
That's awesome.
We just lost Bobby Bowden too,
Yeah.
so that was a big loss in the college football.
Do you ever go back and look at them, or just you just like to keep them?
When he got sick, I went back and looked at some of the stuff, because I went to his clinics every year. And, of course, he interviewed me a couple of times, for jobs there. And I was telling my wife, I said, it was 1970. I was the head coach at Wakulla High School. I can't remember, 74, 75. And Coach Bowden, he wanted to interview me for the head freshman job and help on defense. And I was telling Barbara, I said, do you remember what I wore to that interview? This is how old I am. Y'all remember leisure suits?
Oh, yeah.
I had a leisure suit that was kind of I don't know, I had the vest and...
Styling and profile.
Let's see a picture
but
of that.
it was kind of a light greenish color.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
do you still have that?
No.
Oh, that'd be cool to have. Probably get some money for that thing now. Does Barbara ever say, look, Rick, this is all clutter in our life. We need to declutter this stuff?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Because I me, guys, I like to keep things, kind of really clutter-free in my life. So that would drive me crazy having that much memorabilia.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have it anymore.
I'm just kidding.
I think she sold it at a...
I'd keep every one of them, Coach.
Oh, it would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I got stuff. Not even
He's got the first microphones he's ever had here.
I got stuff not even as valuable as your folders that I'm still holding on to.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Did you watch? Speaking of Florida State, that was the game of the week, Sunday night, Coach.
Yeah, I watched
Did you stay up for that? Was awesome.
I watched
that was a great game.
It was.
Notre Dame ended up winning it, but great game in Tallahassee.
What was that high school again? Lake Wakulla? What was it?
Lake what?
No, what was the high school you just talked about?
That I was at?
Yeah.
Wakulla.
Okay.
Let's get another break in. Shirley Rhodes, we need to make somebody a winner on this Thursday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Alrighty, 317-1250. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
And AJ McMurphy's gift card.
All right, sounds like a winner. Great place to catch a ball game, NFL Sunday, college Saturday, and everything in between. What caller are you looking for?
Caller 12.
317-1250. Caller 12 is a winner right now. More to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Pirate Nation, your ECU football team is getting ready for another season, and they need you inside Downey-Picklen Stadium. Football season tickets are on sale now, and great seats are still available. Come out and watch your Pirates take on SEC opponent South Carolina. preseason top 10, Cincinnati, and many more. Season tickets start at just $99 and can be purchased online at ECUPirates.com or over the phone at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. Buy yours today, and let's bring back Rowdy Dowdy. Go Pirates!
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Other food delivery apps charge surprise fees, but Domino's is giving away $50 million worth of surprise frees, like free pizza, lava cakes, or cheesy bread when you order delivery online. And we found some unique ways to get the word out.
Like shouting from the rooftop! Free cheesy!
Screaming it! We even called Paul Revere.
Free lava cakes are coming!
Order delivery online and you could get a surprise free from Domino's. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 13 and up through 11/21/21. Odds of winning are 1 in 14. See rules at surprisefrees.domino's.com for free entry, blackout dates, restrictions, and details.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington has a great selection of pre-owned inventory, and they're stocking more used cars, trucks, and SUVs every day. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has everything from coupes, convertibles, small and large SUVs, diesel and gas heavy-duty trucks. And hey, they'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from them. Go to WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com to browse the new and used inventory, and go check out their service department. They're your local dealer for custom lift kits, wheels, tires, and accessories on all makes and models. And Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is your certified rough country dealer and can uplift your next vehicle with one of several Washington off-road packages. A great selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at just $5,000, a top-notch service department, and a beautiful facility makes the drive to Washington totally worth it. Remember, you don't have to buy a car from them. They'll buy your car right now. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
Pirate radio sounds different.
Different is good. We are all the same. You'll be ashamed.
Because different is good.
Oh yeah.
Pirate radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. And if you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201, or you can stop by the Carolina Hardscapes Outdoor Showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Get started on your dreams today. at Carolina Hardscapes. And congratulations to Johnny Dickens, better known as Come On Guys, from Winnebago, North Carolina.
From where?
That's not a real
Winnebago.
place.
Come on, Troy.
It is close to Wilmington, but he
Really?
picked up a
Winnebago? I never heard of that.
Yeah, and so he picked up the AJ McMurphy's card. Start your football weekend off right at AJ's. They have free live music coming up tomorrow night with the Hand Cramps and Built for Comfort on Saturday. And then if you can't make it to the game, come watch the Pirates take on the Gamecocks Saturday at noon with the flat screen TVs that they have. And make sure to end the weekend with brunch and Week 1 NFL football on Sunday. As always, AJ's has great food and ice-cold Pirate beverages. Make this weekend an AJ's weekend. Clip?
That brunch on Sunday, a bit of a hidden gem. I had it either last Sunday or the Sunday before. An omelet.
Oh, yeah.
To get you into a football Sunday. That's a good move on Sunday.
AJ's omelet.
Yeah. Interesting to have the Hand Cramps play the weekend the Gamecocks are here.
When I gave Shirley the live read today, she said, how are they going to be able to play?
I was like, did they play with their toes? I mean, because I've had hand cramps before.
You got a bunch of Brian Kellys around here. Good jokes going on.
That's supposed to be funny?
Thank you.
Can you be quiet, please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess if they play bad, you can say, well, our hands were cramped.
We told you. It's right there on the marquee.
But if they're good, how about that? These guys play great for the hand
That's
cramps.
impressive.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'd got to go hear these guys now.
All right. Good plug for them.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of plugs, I want to thank my buddy Billy Parker for hosting us at Parker's Barbecue last night. I took the, speaking of football, took the Jag Dog team out to eat last night. 50 players out last night at Parker's Barbecue.
50?
50 middle schoolers are on the team. It's the merge. It's the great merger. It's the great middle school merger. You might have heard about it between ACOC Middle School and CMEPS Middle School.
Really? A modern day, remember the Titans.
Yep, they've merged football teams this year and took all the kids.
That
out
realignment in middle school is just getting out of hand.
We are now our Power 5 middle school program with the Jag Dog football program. But thanks to the folks at Parker's for helping us out there.
There was one kid in that picture that looked like he had too much.
Did you see? I put it out there on Twitter thanking the folks at Parker's. I didn't realize we took a team photo for all the players and coaches there. And one kid, I'll have to show it to you, Coach. It's a pretty funny clip. Did you see this?
I saw the team photo, yeah.
Yeah, did you zoom in on it? Evidently someone zoomed in on it. People on Twitter are very, so that was a team photo right there. You can go on my Twitter feed and see it.
Yeah,
That's
I saw that.
photo. But someone said,
I like the way the Parkers is.
I can totally relate to this kid. It's how I feel after every time I get Parkers.
That's my favorite player.
For our radio audience, there's a kid that has his shirt pulled up with his hand on his belly, but it's kind of with a number 1.
I like that.
It's kind of hidden in there with the 50 other players, but if you zoom in, you can see it.
That's my guy.
I can totally. That is Clip Brock Jr. right there.
Family style.
Yeah, no question. All in on the family style.
One man family taking it down. Good work, kid.
Very perceptive.
So that's awesome.
By one of our viewers.
So when do they play?
They were supposed to play
now, right?
tonight.
Yeah.
And this
they canceled it.
Farmville was coming in. Farmville called, wanted to postpone the game because of weather. But look, this is Eastern North Carolina. You can't postpone a game a day ahead of time. Meanwhile, it ended up being perfect out here.
Farmville folks, man.
I hate to call them out, but
just seeing if you were paying
I thought it was a little premature to call the game the day before.
Yeah.
So it's been rescheduled for Monday.
All right. A little Monday night football.
Yeah.
Afternoon football.
Yeah.
Speaking of Monday night football, we'll have that on Pirate Radio. We got Thursday night football tonight. Troy D.
Oh, man, fired up about
champions of last season. Tampa Bay taking on the Cowboys.
What a great matchup for a national game because you got Cowboy fans have a big following.
How about them Cowboys?
Or people hate them, so they'll be tuned in to root against them.
Exactly.
And then a lot of people want to see what happens with Tampa Bay and Tom Brady this year.
Another Brady to the Super Bowl, perhaps.
Can he make it 8?
Or people don't like them and don't want them to, so they'll root against it. So a lot of storylines in this one.
A lot of rooting against going on tonight.
By the way, Hard Knocks, the final episode.
I didn't even watch the last one.
I did.
Ben DiNucci got cut.
I told you, don't tell me.
You just said you watched it.
No, I did not watch it yet. Did it air last week?
You just said you watched it.
No, last week, not this week. I meant last week. I watched.
Well, Ben DiNucci got cut.
Oh, man. I did not. I purposely not followed anything Cowboys to find out.
I know, and I wasn't going to tell you
tonight
until you said I watched it. No, it's Tuesday night. It's
I missed it last night.
It's over. It's
I'm
done.
sorry. I watched it last week, not this week.
All right.
He did get cut. He should have gotten cut.
Yeah.
You know why he should have gotten cut? Just for his annoying voice. Did you hear him talk?
I don't know.
Oh, we got to get some audio of that. It sounded like a ventriloquist. I shouldn't have gone there. It sounded like a high-pitched puppet or something talking.
A burglary.
Funny you bring that one up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can you just be quiet, please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach Smith, you hanging in over there?
Hanging in there.
All right, sorry. We got sidetracked. This is what we do, Coach.
I know. I've been here a few years.
I know. Chime in anytime you want now.
He just sits back and watches the nonsense go on.
I like watching young people.
Where are they?
Yeah.
That's why I like Coach out around.
I appreciate it.
I like it when Coach
have
calls
you
me a
been
young
seeing
person.
me walk around? Yeah, I'm not young anymore.
Yeah, Shirley walks around, limps like an 80-year-old.
That's why we keep you around, Coach. It makes us feel young. So thanks for hanging out.
You're probably the healthiest person.
I know. If we had a death pool going, you'd be the last one on the list.
Yeah, you're looking good. Everyone else is on some type of medication around here, I bet. Not Coach, right?
No.
74, not one single pill.
No.
He might be on a few after the Day show.
might need some Tums or a BC headache powder after this one.
He has some medication when he watches ECU play, I've heard.
Yeah. That's over the counter.
Yeah. You can get that at the gas station.
Coach is hooked on White Claw.
No, I bet
Just
he's
kidding.
never had a White Claw in his life.
That's a joke.
White Claw.
Yeah.
You don't even know what that is.
I've heard of it.
By the way, just curious, what's your favorite beer choice?
My favorite beer choice?
Yeah. Budweiser?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to guess. Bud Light. I'm just going to say straight up Bud.
Well, I like that too.
Yeah. But which one, if it's between Bud or Bud Light, which one you go?
Well, because of my weight, I'd go Bud Light.
Okay. Healthy.
But actually,
fewer calories.
The other's better.
Yeah.
Tastes better.
Notice my hat? Yeah. I'm getting tailgate ready right here.
Now, I like
Did they pay you to wear that?
Actually, my friends at Carolina Eagle provided me this hat, and I appreciate that. Great partners with us here at Pirate Radio. In our 19th year of the Bud Light pregame tailgate, I proudly wear this purple and gold Bud Light hat.
Have you had that on the beach this summer?
I have.
It looks like it's fake.
Is the hat 19 years old?
No, it's brand. I got this in the spring.
Oh,
my buddy Russ from Carolina Eagle gave it to me, and I have told him I would wear it. I thought it was cool. It's got something on the back. What does it say on the back, Clip?
It says ARG.
It's got ARG embroidered in the back, and it's a purple gold Bud Light hat, which is really cool, I think.
Do you ever go liquor drink, Coach, or are you strictly beer?
no, I drink it all. Not a lot, but I like vodka.
Vodka.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Get to know Rick Smith.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, back in the day when I was young, you know, that was the drink of the Five Amigos that I had. I ran with two sets of brothers.
Okay.
The Walsh brothers, Ronnie and Bobby, and the Mullins brothers, Jimmy and Johnny.
The Five Amigos.
We were all, in college together, and we would go to Dairy Queen on Jackson Bluff Road and get slushies, and go to the liquor store and pay somebody to go in and buy us a fifth of vodka. And, we
Take notes, folks. Take notes.
we'd pay the guy $5 to go and get us a thing of vodka, and we'd mix our drinks out in the car. And,
That's how it's done, kids.
And then one of those cars ended up in the water somehow. You told us that story.
Well, Barbara don't need to hear about that.
Oh, okay. We don't tell that one. Okay, sorry.
But your memory's incredible. You could recite more stories than I can't even remember.
Well, I wrecked 2 Volkswagens in those days. Well,
and put one in the ocean.
Actually, it was 3. One in the ocean. I rolled one 7 times, and then I kind of guy ran into the back of me. That was Ronnie, and pushed me off a bridge.
Coach, you're kidding.
No.
Wait, so you've been in the ocean, off a bridge, and rolled one.
Well, I was going
It was a different time.
I was on Orange Avenue, which nobody knows, but it was right near.
How do you remember this?
It was right near Woodville.
If you went off a bridge, you'd remember it, Troy.
No, I'm saying like the name of the road, who was with you, all this. It's incredible.
Well, I mean, I grew up there. It was going right by Woodville Lumber Company, where my uncle ran it, and the road was real wet, and the dog ran out in front of me, and I slammed on brakes and kind of slid off the road. And Ronnie ran into the back of me, and so he pushes me on down I hit the rails and
Good grief.
But
hey, and get to know Rick.
my
Smith.
dad got really upset about
I
that.
bet.
I can see that.
What's the last movie you watched?
God, you mean the last one I actually went to a movie?
No,
theater?
like on TV or what? I'm just curious. Like, what movie
Casablanca.
have you watched? Like, what movie did you watch from beginning to end? What's the last movie you watched?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah,
you remember
stumped him.
all that stuff.
Yeah, 50 years ago.
Not a big movie guy,
Yeah.
TV guy.
Yeah.
Are you watching any shows right now? Do you like have an episode, like anything you're into, entertainment wise, or just sports?
Just kind of sports.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Yellowstone?
Yeah, I've watched that several times.
It's a good show.
Yeah,
It's
he
coming
is.
back in a couple months.
He's a really good actor.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Clint Eastwood's got a new movie coming out that I saw. I saw a promo for. Made me think of you, Coach. You kind of got a little Clint Eastwood vibe.
I'm thinking the last movie I watched was Clint Eastwood. It was when he was an older fellow.
Yep.
Lived in the house.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that in the theater.
Rio something.
Man, what is it? It's the name of a car, right?
Yes.
El Dorado?
Rio Grande. El Dorado or something. Anyway, he had the car and he let the guy have it when he. Anyway,
I'll figure it out. We got to take our final time out.
his wife died.
Rio Diablo.
Yes.
No, that's not it.
No, it's not. It's
that's a John Wayne.
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. That's it.
Close, but no cigar.
And Mike Horton just sent this to me from Chico. Speaking of,
as did Morgan Ehlers.
Great places. Had lunch at Chico's today. You want to guess what I had?
Food.
A lot of chips.
True. I even went with the cheese, which I normally don't do. The melted cheese.
I'm gonna say you had a. I'm gonna go shrimp taco.
God, you're good, Clip Rock. I went 3 deep on shrimp tacos, and I haven't done that in a while.
We could be on the newlywed game, Troy.
Absolutely. You know me better than most. Shrimp tacos it was at Chico's. They could be yours. Open 7 days a week thanks to our friends at Chico's.
And thanks to Morgan Ehlers also sending in Gran Torino, who will be here on the show on Friday, as will Ryan Robinson, Troy D.
Yes,
joining
we'll
us.
open up the show with Ryan.
What do you need to know if you're heading to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium? We'll let you know coming up on Friday. All right, final timeout. We'll come back, wrap it up with Coach Smith after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 GMC Sierra and save over $3,500. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty on all new and pre-owned vehicles.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
Public notice, Discount Master Furniture, Greenville, 1501 Evans Street. Everything must go up to 75% off. Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes, purple swivel chairs, ECU, $99. Desk chairs, $10. Queen mattresses, $199. Sofas, much more. Discount Master Furniture, up to 75% off. 1501 Evans Street in Greenville, and I'll see you there!
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
I can't live another day without air conditioning. Either you get it fixed or I'm out of here.
What? We have fans. Come on, hon. It's not that bad.
I am hot. The kids are hot. Even the dog is hot. Get the AC fixed or get a new train system installed.
Fine. I'll call Delcor, the service professionals. Is that okay, babe?
Yes. Just do it. Like now. Replace our old system or else I may replace you.
Okay. I'll call today and get a new train system because, it's hard to stop a train.
Mom, are you really going to replace Dad?
No, he just needs to know who's boss around here.
You're the boss, Mom.
Right now, get $50 off your AC repair by mentioning the code #BeCool. Or go to DelcorINC.com for special train financing offers.
Delcor, the service professionals and marriage savers.
This is CJ Johnson. Join me and the other Pirate Radio athletes exclusively each Monday on PRL. Pirate Radio is the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Hardscapes. Making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio fireplace, pool walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call. Get started on your dreams today at Carolina Hardscapes on Fire Tower Road, across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market report for today. The Dow was down 151 points at 34,879. The NASDAQ was down 38 at 15,248, and the S&P was down 20 at 4,493. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. And take a look at your Buck scoreboard. Nationals and Braves will go head-to-head tonight at 7:20. The A's lead the White Sox right now in the bottom of the 7th. And it'll be Bucks and Cowboys. You can hear that game right here on Pirate Radio beginning at 7:30. And that is a look at your Buccaneers scoreboard, brought to you by Buccaneer Music Hall. It's your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. The Buccaneer Music Hall is open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night. And now during football season, they have food trucks during the day. Follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for the updated schedule. See ya at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
The Buck. Troy D, fun show.
This was fun. Enjoyed it. Coach, great seeing you as always. Coach will be back with us next week, too, as a regular all during football season. And Clip, as one of our friends used to say, Saturday is truly going to be a big ball game.
Big ball game.
For the Pirates. A lot riding on this, Coach, for ECU.
I agree.
Could it be a toss-up, Coach?
Honestly, I don't care who you're playing. You got to do two things. Offensively, you got to do what?
Run
the ball. And defensively,
stop the run.
And we didn't do that last week.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, South Carolina's going to come in here and cry, and they're going to run the football, and we got to stop it.
Hopefully, we're not talking about kazoos next week, guys.
Yeah, could be a kazoo game.
Oh boy,
good stuff. Troy, we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. I'll be here at 3.
Ryan Robinson,
Got a lot
Shirley,
covered.
Chandler. We won't see you again until Saturday during the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Have a good call tomorrow night with Wattville. And we'll talk to you fine folks coming up Friday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGH